sharing and getting viewers. This should start switching to the analytics. Yeah, there we go. So this is the YouTube live, and you can check the comments. So maybe what we can do is just put this over here. Feel free to go, like adjust this however you guys want, but I just want to set it up.
That open and
Yeah.
Q score.
Q score. Where did Q score go to? Q score was here.
Yeah, it's nice to have the comments open because the public will pick up stuff that we might not know if there's low quality on one of the mics or
exactly.
at least they'll tell us.
And keeping like engaging with the people.
Yeah.
Do not like people are going to comment bullshit like
they always do.
Facebook warriors and all of those, but yeah, like keeping engaged with the audience is like
I listen to I watch the live streams of like the IBSF championship. Just everyone is slated off there. Like nobody is against Aden.
Ugh.
It was like these guys.
Yeah, no, whatever. Yeah.
You know who needs to get an absolute raping in the comments, but they keep deleting the comments is WST. For their stupid fucking
they're the worst.
descriptions. It's so bad.
Okay, so that's there, that's there.
Yeah, I would just.
So there you can see the chat.
Tabs, just pull it to the
not
side.
what happened.
Yeah, it is.
Just stay close, Fred.
Yeah, so what I mean is
they happen.
Just do it like this.
They'll be like,
So
the iron almost fell, but the iron was like,
like that, and then this one is the other one, and then you can just grab.
Do you make the social media?
Who from you is the one?
Okay, well, you know what you're doing.
I'll
Okay.
create like some tabs just to open up the chat.
Hopefully no viewers yet.
Hi guys, we're going to be jumping into the action. We are having a rematch. Let's go. I'm going to welcome the commentary team. We got Michael Lartz in from yesterday, continuing keeping you guys company, and then we got Michael Davids and Akashin also jumping in. So over to Michael Lartz.
Cool, thanks Craig, all the best.
Thanks, buddy. I'm gonna just. That one's gonna go on mute for now. This one's on mute for now.
Alright, how's it guys? How's it going? Back from my session that I had last time. So yeah, we are having a rematch, as I think both players decided that it was not settled yet. So they're going to try and see what's going to happen in the second round. Just have that open there. Great, I'm joined by Michael Davids here as well.
Michael? The two Michaels in front. Oh.
Yeah, I think that one was turned off, yeah.
Hey Mike,
Yeah.
good to be here. The two mics in commentary today. On two mics. What do you make of the events today?
It's going to be a very interesting one, as I think we both saw yesterday that Aden is very good on any table that he's playing at.
Of course.
And Craig, I think, got a scare, but now I think they decided that they're going to settle this once and for all and redo the match that they had yesterday. And I believe that they said that they are upping the stakes to whatever was won yesterday. They're adding it to the pool in this one.
You know what I respect a lot about, people like Craig Bouwer and a lot of the guys in the pool world is that there's a lot of pride.
Yeah.
Nobody runs from anybody in this game, which can happen in certain disciplines, but these guys are not going to do that today.
No, these guys know their own game and they have confidence in their own game, and they want to match themselves up against the other competitors in South Africa to try and see if they are on the ball that they want to be at.
Yeah, especially now with the All Africa 10 ball championships coming up, it's good preparation for both of them actually.
Yeah. So I don't know, is Aden playing the 10 ball, or what events is he playing at the All Africa?
I'm not actually sure if he's playing in the 10 ball. I'll need to find that out from him. Craig definitely is.
Yeah.
I know he'll be looking to land another big trophy on top of his Commonwealth gold medal. In the 10 ball discipline specifically. And let me just add one more compliment to Craig. He is such a pool man through and through. It's even on his shoes. That is commitment.
Yeah, that's
that
style.
That is ultimate commitment right there. If you see Aden on the screen now, he's intently watching Team South Africa competing in the Heyball World Cup in Australia. They are currently in the quarterfinals against Team Singapore. I think they're down there at the moment.
Oof.
As well, so we're hoping our boys can pull it back. Aden, no doubt, giving his commentary on what he's seeing.
Yeah, so I think let's just wait for the players to start, and yeah, we'll get back to you as soon as that happens. Alright guys, so we see Aden and Craig Bouwer, they lagged. Looks like Aden is going to take it. So he will be on the break. Just basically, yeah, they had a gentleman's agreement deciding that they're going to rerun the race that they had yesterday, as things were not decided, as Aden took the first match, I think it was 25-17 for Aden, and then Craig came back in the 10 ball event, and I think he won 15-12. So yeah, so really close matches. Yeah, but we saw Aden's skill that he had. So I think they decided, listen, this is not settled. Let's see who's the better player.
It's too early on a Sunday for grudge matches, Mikey.
Yeah, this is a grudge weekend. So yeah, Aden continuing with his form there, potting the wing ball.
Balls are nicely in the open. It's just got that white a little bit close to the side cushion there. So if he can just get the white nicely back into the center of the table, it should be a fairly straight run home for Aden here. But he's just got to, for his first real shot of the day, just got to cue this one nicely.
Now it's his first shot, just trying to feel the table again.
Right there in the middle of the table. Everything sitting just plumb for a clearance, really.
Yeah, just using the grip of the table to make position for that 3.
Got to be careful here. Just have to get to the bottom side of the table as we look at it to leave a guaranteed angle, and he's done exactly that. Natural angle to drop on the 5 here.
Just use the weight of the ball just to roll.
Just off straight, so perfect. You can just run around off 2 cushions for the 6. And there we go.
Yo.
His only real challenging shot of this break was that initial 1 ball, but
looks like Aden's going to start us off with a break and run.
If I had visualized that break from the break off, he literally executed it exactly as how I thought it was going to go. It was plumb. Brilliant start from Aden. And it just has to be said as well, I don't know Aden very well, but I don't know of anybody else in the country that competes on such a high level at all forms of cue sports disciplines. I think the only discipline he's never really tested the waters in is snooker specifically, but I do know that he is a very competent snooker player as well.
Yeah.
I think his initial trainings when he was younger was mostly done on a snooker table. So I just don't see any weak areas where he would arrive at any discipline and struggle in any kind of way.
Yo, great break there from Craig.
Lovely
dropping
kiss.
2 balls.
Lovely kiss off that
almost
off the 4 there.
dropped the white.
Almost dropped the white, and the white
yeah.
would have been in a bit of no man's land there if the blue didn't. Oh, sorry, if the purple didn't come and kick it out.
Looks like a fairly open table as well.
Yeah, much to see. Just got a little bit of a tricky shot here to drop on the 5 nicely, because running a natural angle through, he can go between the 8 and 9 there, or he's going to have to screw it directly across the table for the 5. But if you can just negotiate this nicely on the 5, much the same. I don't foresee any problems in running it out.
Oof. Yeah, getting a little bit close there.
Gone too close to the 5. Running in behind the 8 and 9, yeah.
Ah, that's a great touch there from Craig. Not giving Aden an open ball. But he might... Does he have the potting angle to the top left.
Doesn't look like he does from
Yeah,
here.
it looks a bit tight.
He's looking at it in such a way that I'm sure if he had that angle, he'd have been down on the shot already.
So I think Aden is opting here for his jump cue. Yeah,
Yep.
just showing us that he knows every form of the game. He knows what to do in all aspects. Oof.
Wow, that's a brave shot he took onto the center pocket. And we know from tight angles.
Yeah.
You know, even on a snooker table, you can get away with certain shots into center pockets from certain angles, even on the tightest of snooker tables. But on any form of 9-ball table with that near knuckle sticking out, they are so tough, especially at pace like that.
Nice little confident stroke there from Craig. Just try and maneuver the white ball for the 6.
He tried to make doubly sure that he didn't leave himself behind the
Behind the edge, yeah.
So again, he's got a delicate one here because he doesn't want to, unless he's going to play it twice across, as long as he leaves it in the middle of the table for the 7. Oof. Yeah, that's what he tried. He wasn't going to dolly it in, if you will. He was trying to play it twice across.
I just
got away with it a bit though.
Getting the roll. Great shot there from Aden. So that was the one comment that I heard Craig mentioned yesterday, saying that he was how surprised he was how good Aden is at snookering and getting out of snookers.
Yeah.
I mean, just the vision of seeing where the balls are going to go after contact. That just makes him such a dangerous player.
I think also at the levels you play at in English 8-ball, which is what Aden does, especially in that game on the smaller table, you really have to be very, very precise with your safety because you don't want to be leaving any type of chances. I mean, like I said, on the bigger table, you can get away with things like that, but on the smaller table,
you have to be precise.
You really have to be so precise. So he's so used to that already.
So obviously we are playing 9 balls, so you do not have to nominate your pockets, which makes it a big difference there. So if Aden fluked that ball into the middle pocket, Aden would have still had the
in 10 ball,
table.
That would have been a foul, is that correct?
No, that would have been a loss of turn.
Loss of turn, yeah.
And your opponent that comes into the table gets to decide if he wants to give it back to the player that played the shot, or he can accept the table.
Yeah. Similar to snooker fouls
as
well. Yeah. If you hear me bringing up a lot of snooker references to the audience, this isn't my normal discipline of cue sport, being a snooker player, but there's so many similarities. Nice easy little drawback here for Craig.
Just pointing out where you want it to be.
Anywhere decently past the center pocket and he'll have a shot on.
That's all right.
Yeah,
you can make that work.
He'll avoid the in-off into the center pocket here if he just runs it in.
So, Craig ties it up 1-1. Another very good break there from Aden, but almost also potting the whites in the same pocket that...
nearly an identical break
from
the previous rack.
So Aden is looking at the 2 ball, trying to cut it. No, he's going for the safety, opting for a safe shot. But I mean, on these tables, one can use the rail quite nicely just to roll that ball down, but I don't think at this stage of the game they're going to try these shots. I think they still want to just find their feet
Yeah, 100%.
and just get comfortable. I mean, we all saw how dangerous Aden was when he got comfortable against Craig in the 9-ball. Just the flowiness that he played. He just very smooth.
Craig's left the gap off that safety here now. Oh, he just couldn't get to the potting
Yeah,
angle.
I
It
think
looked like he could from here.
Yeah, I think the potting angle there was closed. Oh.
And I think he's just covered the potting angle here as well.
Yeah,
I think it's a little bit too thin to clip this blue in because it would have been a natural angle to come around for the 3.
I think Craig's going
see
to
if
try
he
and
can.
curve the ball, but yeah, good try.
Little bit
Keeping-
more pace.
Yeah, keeping the white at the top of the table and the blue at the opposite sides. Very, very good containing shot. Unfortunate there. It
Very unlucky.
was a great shot from Aden. Hitting that ball. So he's so good at hitting the ball behind the other ball. So
Yeah, to
basically
kick it
like
up the
the
table.
kick and stick
Yeah.
shot. I mean, executed that yesterday, almost the entire day.
So Craig is mapping his way around here, and his big challenge is going from the 3 to the 4. He's trying to navigate how he's going to go about doing that. Because once he can negotiate that 4 and drop nicely on the 5, it should be very straightforward.
Yeah, that was actually
Yeah.
pinpoint perfect.
Lovely shot because he can come across now for the 4.
Ooh, does it have the legs?
I'm surprised
think
by
he
that because I
just
thought
got
he'd
there.
come in front of the 6 ball to make sure he didn't.
I think he might have just made it.
I think he also did as well. But it was a risky one. He's got into that way too much. But he still got the 5 to the center pocket at least. And available to
but-
the top corner as well.
Those center pockets are horrible from this
From
angle.
there. Again, snooker brain kicking in.
Yeah.
That's my problem when I try and play 9-ball as well, is that I always think go to the center pocket because that's exactly what you would do.
Yeah, so
I keep forgetting that in 9-ball, most of the players on most shots like that are eyeing up the top corners.
yeah, because the top corners are a little bit more forgiving. You can use the long rails
Yeah.
to still pot the ball.
Yeah.
I think Craig's just gonna
Mm,
let
nah.
out his stroke here, but
Natural angle.
yeah,
here.
just to feel the roll as well. As anywhere semi close to the center would have been alright, but yeah, he overhit that ball
He
unfortunately.
has very much overhit that, and he's got to be a little bit careful of clipping this too thin into the center because that white is heading straight for the corner pocket on an in-off.
He's playing an
If he pots
automatic
it in
front
the center,
spin.
it's okay. Yeah.
Yo, what a shot. So the score is now 2-1 to Craig, and it's Craig's break.
Rack 4 now.
So I think Craig made the wing ball, and he has an open shot on the 1, and I think it actually connects quite nicely onto the 2 as well.
He's just got that 4 ball a little
Yeah.
bit covered up on the left-hand side of the table.
Yeah, so from the 2 to the 4, he's gonna have to just think what his plan is there.
Do you think he'll go for it into the top left-hand pocket from here? If he plays the 2 to the top.
Yeah, I think he has to. He has to go because
that's exactly where he's eyeing up the white.
Because he has to draw the ball back and be behind the 4. Because I think the 7 is blocking the pocket. No, he's just going for a big draw.
Oh wow!
So that just shows the comfortability on these tables.
Just when I was saying about the center pockets earlier.
Yeah, so I think the reason why Aden missed that one is because Aden did a jump shot.
Yeah.
That was also very tough.
Yeah.
And very accurate from Aden just to get that close. So Craig just showing some of both shots, just center pocket. Yeah, so I think it was mentioned that they did not settle their score that they had yesterday, as the final score was 1-1. So I think they decided together that they're going to re-go at a 9-ball race and then another 10-ball race. Obviously in preparation for the All Africa that both of them are participating in.
Very nice angle for Craig here to stun off the side cushion, go back up for the 8. And just leave the cue ball basically past where it is now.
Yeah.
Wants it to travel just a little bit more.
He's gonna lose the white ball here, but he has to feather this ball quite nicely in just to keep the ball.
That's just a pace shot, really. Yeah. Pot's going to take care of itself.
Not liking the rest shot. I think he's going to take his extension. No, taking a different rest. Oh. So rather using the rails than to avoid the rails, it's a good chance, yeah.
To perfection. That is going to be a 3-1 scoreline.
And I think that was also a rack and run. So yeah, things are heating off quite soon here.
Yeah, put that rest over there. It's more solid, but that's more versatile.
There's a comment on YouTube from Tegan McGregor. Hi there. So it is our understanding that there will be no Heyball match today. They are going to be repeating yesterday's action. It's going to be the first match, which is 9-ball, and the second match is 10-ball. And they're upping the prize pot.
Yeah, I think whatever they played for yesterday, they're adding it to this prize pot as well. Well, I mean, that's what I heard from Craig yesterday.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure. I mean, before
is
you
Aden
keep
trying
us
to plant
to
a 2 on the 9 here?
Oof, that was close.
He went for it, but he's effectively maybe he's just covered the potting angle.
Yeah, I think then
I thought that he left that shot for Craig now. If he can get to enough of the 2 to clip the 9 in.
Yeah, so in 9-ball, if you get a combination onto the 9 and you pot the 9 early, then you actually win the frame. So I think what Aden did there and in keeping that 9 very close to the corner, basically just shortened the game. Because now, I mean, either the 5 or the 6 will probably go. I mean, if any of these players are on the 5 or the 6, which is in 2 balls time, they can actually go for the frame with a combination.
Aden's going to be disappointed with that one. He missed that by a long way.
Yeah, I think he tried to get position. Because he actually didn't get a too bad of a position on the 4.
Yeah.
But yeah, just unfortunately not potting that one. So Craig just praying
just a little
containing
flick
shot
off the
there.
7.
That flick was
Yeah,
unfortunate.
Just would have been a snooker in that case.
Oh, that seems to be a good snooker there from Aden.
Now, one thing that I really respect about the art form of 9-ball is that in these situations, you know, in snooker specifically, you're never going for shots when you're snookered.
Yeah.
You're basically trying to hit the ball on and just make sure it gets safe.
Yes.
But the top 9-ball players in the world are so attacking from those positions that even if you snooker them, they're looking for ways to get out and pot the next ball.
Yeah.
So even though Craig couldn't see that one, you'd imagine he'd be trying to kick it somewhere like quite specific, or even try and pot it.
Yeah,
possibly.
and not to give Aden a chance to actually
So-
start his clearance.
So I keep thinking, like you see, even in a situation
Yeah.
like that,
Wow, that was very close there from from Craig.
Craig was trying to pot that ball.
Yeah. So now giving the option now to Aden. So, but that 7 is blocking the ball. So I wonder if Aden is playing a safety here, or yeah. I think just putting the ball back where it was, right behind that 9.
Excellent shot.
Wow, what a shot there.
Absolutely excellent safety.
That's
was.
a great shot. Yo, putting Craig in a spot of bother here. Because I think Craig knows ball in hand here is trouble.
See, the thing is, even if he hits the 2, how does he not leave it?
Yeah.
Because the 2 is near that pocket.
I think the only way is if he brush the ball on the right hand side and just try and
clip it towards the
Yeah.
side cushion, or hit it from the back side.
yeah, or even just doing the cross double with a
Yeah.
clip and just keeping the ball on the top rail. But yeah, that's a very
But
tough
it
shot.
seems like all of his angles out are mostly blocked as well.
Yeah, sure. What a shot.
Craig will do very well to hit this, let alone get it safe. Oh,
Wow, what a shot. Yo, great
Excellent,
shot.
excellent escape from Craig. He's left
Yeah.
it, but even just to
Yeah, just to touch that ball.
have the knowledge
Wow.
to get around and hit that 2 ball.
Yeah, he seemed to under-roll this ball a little bit, but I think he should still be able to pot this. I think he's got 2 options now, into the center or to the corner, so
He's going to be running into the... I wonder if he can avoid the 8 ball here. He plays it into the corner.
yeah, so us players, I mean, we generally try not to disturb the balls that are on the table, as our thought process and pattern that we have already tried to analyze throughout the game, we don't want to disturb that pattern and think about a different option at every time. So one generally tries to avoid like running into balls unless you're trying to
Absolutely.
open it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a very good shot there from Aden. This frame seems to be at his mercy.
Just anywhere but dead straight on this 8 ball. Yep, and he's got the angle.
Yo, nice control. So that's a frame to Aden. So the score is now 3 frames to 2, with Craig leading, and I think it's Craig's break. So yeah, guys, welcome to the stream here. I see we have 136 viewers at the moment. If you guys enjoy the content that Sessions Billiards are doing, yeah, just feel free to subscribe to the YouTube channel where they'll actually think this match is the very first big collab match that's gonna start off like I think a chain where a lot of players are gonna start challenging each other. And yeah, Sessions is always trying to promote the sport as much as they can. So I think this channel is gonna start blowing up soon.
And not only that, it's a fantastic live streaming setup.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
in place here. Top quality work from Sessions. And yeah, it's just a very nice thing to be a part of.
Yeah.
But speaking of which, what a break off that was from Craigie. 4 balls going in. He's just a bit unlucky to leave himself awkward here on the 2.
Oh, what a shot. That's a great shot there from Craig. Very, very good shot. But unfortunately, his position isn't the best, but just potting that ball down the rail at that pace was very, very good. But yeah, having to do some work here. I mean, I would think that Craig is going to go for a safety.
Yeah,
try and snooker him behind the 6 ball.
Or behind the 9 ball.
Yeah.
Yeah,
behind the 9, you're running a lot less with the white ball, so it makes it a lot easier.
And he's got it. Aden can only swerve this one. Yep.
So that's a foul, and that will give Craig ball in hand. So in 9 ball as well, you do get the 3 foul rule. So if Craig chooses and he's going for a 3 consecutive foul, then he should also win the frame. But yeah, this frame is almost all but done. I mean, the balls are all open. I mean, the 7 goes to a very specific pocket. I mean, because it is blocked by the 9. But I mean, yeah, I don't see any problems here.
He'll just play this off the top cushion. The tracer left-hand side. Leave the 7 ball to the bottom right pocket. Because it's a big target area to play and he's going to guarantee himself a shot, basically.
Yeah, so it looks like he wants to go for the bottom right corner with that 7.
Yep. Just drop it in a bit left-hand side.
And if he overrolls it like he did, unfortunately now, he still has a shot to the center.
But it's no problem. And that's going to be a 4-2 lead for Craig.
So yeah, it's Aden's break. So consistent with his break. Just basically potting that wing ball again in the corner. So Craig is doing his patented remove the magic rack and use his chalk as a marker. So what a shot.
He's perfect on the 2 here to drop nicely on the 3 ball. So one thing that I always have to take into account when playing the game of 9 ball, you know, being a snooker player specifically, is that in snooker you're trying to effectively leave yourself as little angle as what is necessary on your next ball. 9 ball is a little bit of the opposite.
You want angle.
You want angle.
You don't want a straight shot. Yeah.
I mean, ideally, if you can drop sort of like 3/4 ball, half ball on just about everything you're playing, you're always going to leave yourself options.
Yeah, I mean, so that was just another great break and run there from Aden. So he made the score now 4 frames to 3, with Craig leading, and I think it's Craig's break.
Both players are looking good here, Mikey. What do you make of this so far?
No, they're looking very good. What is going on here? Oh, I accidentally moved the wrong camera. So this one is just very, very slow. Okay, just give me a second here. Don't want to move this camera too much.
Craig with a dry break there. Hasn't left anything easy.
That's a great, great safety there. Aden coming to the table with his jump cue. Just trying to... I mean, if he runs into that 9, he stands a chance of getting a luck shot on it. But, yeah, obviously these players don't aim for luck. They aim for their shots that they want to execute.
I think this is the first sort of awkward rack
Yeah.
we've had here so far.
So yeah, that ball is potable to the top left corner, but obviously keeping position for the 2 ball is going to be a concern there for Craig.
Think he can play this in off the 4 ball into the center pocket.
It looks like he's looking at it, but I do know that Craig is very good at banking on this table as well. But I don't think he's going to bank this one. I think what you mentioned there, just brushing it off the 4.
Yeah, he's going to have a natural angle to come across for the 3 ball.
Yeah. An automatic angle, actually. Must just avoid being stuck behind the 8.
Yep, that's the shot he went for.
Giving Aden there a combination, the 2 onto the 6.
Just want to say a big hello to our viewers on YouTube. Seeing a lot of comments in the live chat there. A lot of fans of Mr. Aden Joseph, as he rightly should. Oh.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate.
Aden flirted with trouble there. And again, now it's just negotiating this positional shot from the 2 to the 3. And leaving a good angle on that 5 ball to come down to the 7 on the bottom rail here is going to be key.
Yeah, that's some great base control there.
Mr. Fabian Daniels. The commentators are Mr. Michael Latz. Two Michaels on commentary. Michael Latz and Mike Davids.
Yeah, I think we all know that. I think if Aden continues playing the game, I mean, he's just going to get so much more comfortable on the table, and just
He's going to be very disappointed with that one because he left himself a tiny bit too straight. You can see it. It's got a little bit of an angle, so if you can just force it over,
I think
it's not a problem.
Yeah, you can power draw that ball back. The balls are, they're quite heavy, these balls, so they do react a lot different to the small tables balls, as the white ball on the small table is smaller than the object ball, and a lot lighter, whereas on these tables, I mean, all the balls are the same weight. So yeah, one can actually maneuver that white ball to where you want them.
To France, they are playing 9-ball in this match.
Yeah, and they're playing a race to 21, which is basically just a repeat of the race that they did yesterday, but the race they did yesterday was a race to 25, where Aden eked out the victory there, 25-17. So he played really, really well yesterday, and yeah, they wanted to do a rematch, basically. That's why they're not playing the Heyball today, and the Duya 9-ball.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be taking a little bit of a break, and we're going to be joined in commentary now with Michael Latz by Mr. Akashan Bagwandan.
Thank you, Michael, and a very good day to all our viewers. And thank you for joining us on this live stream. I think Michael Latz might have mentioned to you, if you are on the stream, please go and give our channel a bit of a subscription and a like. It certainly helps us to bring you content like this and matches of this caliber.
Yeah. Yeah, we can just swap around. Or you take this one, I'll take that.
I must say, when I noticed something very interesting, and maybe I missed it when we were setting up, and I don't know if, Michael, you guys noticed it as well. Aden didn't really warm up at all. I didn't notice any of that. He just showed up and started playing.
Yeah, so I think they played yesterday. They played the entire day. So they started also quite early. They played a race to 25, where the score was 25-17, and then they played 10-ball, race to 15, which was, I think the score was 15-12. So, I mean, if you think about all the matches that they played on this table yesterday, I think they are quite confident and comfortable with the table already. Because I did see Aden practice yesterday before his match. He did play a couple of shots, like just to feel out the table, speed, and all those things. So, yeah, I think they are pretty comfortable as they are.
And for our viewers that have just joined us, we've, I think Michael might have mentioned a little earlier that these two went at it yesterday and finished at 1 apiece. So they had a bit of a gentleman's agreement to go at it again today and try and sort this out. I must say, Craig looked a little nervy when he first started off today, but it's nice to see he's settled well. And I'm really looking forward to some great finishes from these two, as always.
Yo, big power draw there from Aden. Is he going for a draw shot to the center? Because, I mean, that magic rack is still on the table. And it does cause some problems every now and then. But, yeah, he doesn't actually have access to the draw shot as he's against the rail.
He pured that in so beautifully, and a nice touch to get that white back for that 7. And he's got a natural angle for the 8.
That was a great shot there from Aden.
He's just got to cue this nicely. He's a little close to the cushion, but nothing he can't handle. opting for the corner rather than the center, I think.
Shot. What a shot. Great positioning shot.
I must say, Aden is such a natural potter that I think in whatever discipline he finds himself in, you just can't help but just watch this guy just almost never miss. It's interesting, Michael, you were talking about the rack. I must say, I really like the look of these Taeum bell-shaped racks. I've always liked the Magic racks. I feel they hold the balls much tighter. And I really like the look of these bell-shaped Taeum racks.
They're always trying to just give South Africa all the best equipment to practice and to play with. Because, yeah, obviously if we go overseas and we compete in the international circuits, I mean, we have to be ready and prepared for the conditions that they have there.
I must say, this is not the easiest layout that Aden's got. He's just caught the draw and he's got an in-off. I think this might be his third in-off in that very same center pocket. Very unlucky. Be interesting to see how Craig navigates this setup. It's only the 4 really that is a problem ball per se, but certainly not a layout that's beyond his capabilities. One would expect that if he's flowing, he would probably make a clearance here.
Yeah, he would be the favorite to clear this up.
No doubt he's going to want to even the scoreline again. Just keep that scoreline tidy and tight. Don't want to let Aden build a lead and then get confident and start to run away with things.
Yeah, I think he's trying to avoid what happened yesterday, whereas Aden got a lead, like a 2-frame lead, and he just kept that lead all the way to the end. And as the end of the game got closer, you could see that pressure that just built up over the time, and it just, yeah, I think Aden just used that lead to his advantage really, really well.
I think if you're anyone in the pool world on the African continent, you know who Aden Joseph is, and he's got a lot of fans, and I think they can all attest that he's a great front runner. Once he's in front, really difficult to catch him when he's starting to put distance on you on frames. And I think maybe Craig might have fallen a bit of victim to that yesterday, but not to be today. Today he's keeping it tidy, keeping him honest, holding him to account.
Yeah,
Great.
Actually generating a lead by himself. But now Aden, just the classy player that he is, just brought it back so quickly.
Very nice use of side on that 5 to the 6. I think he's just checking the angle on the 7 because he's gotta find a way to get back there. I just want to avoid a foul. You see Craig tucking his shirt in. Ever aware of his presence around the table.
Oh, that's a great draw shot.
He's got a bit of angle for the black. Don't envisage any problems here.
No, so he's going for that 7 ball. That's on the top right side.
8 in the corner and back for the 9. Oh dear.
Big
Oh
mistake
dear,
there.
oh dear.
That frame was all but done. And now, yeah, he just gifted Aden that frame.
I wonder how much of a psychological impact that's going to be. I mean, Michael, you got to know as a player, that's got to be crushing if you find yourself there and you let that slip through your fingers.
Yeah, that's the thing with 9 ball and 10 ball. I mean, one can do so well and play such big shots in the game, but if you bobble on that last couple of balls, it's a big crushing blow.
You know, before in the days of old, before Craig had Sessions Billiards, we used to play a bit of 9-ball, and the phrase that we coined is that it's a very cruel game. You could run a rack and play pot 8 balls, 1 through 8, and then rattle the 9, and then your opponent just steps up in one visit and scoops your frame. So a very cruel game, very unforgiving.
Yeah, but that's why it's such a highly competitive game. I mean, all the best players in the world they play 9-ball and they know how crushing it is if you miss that last ball.
I like. We are obviously keeping an eye on your comments, and we love the fact that all of our viewers are rooting for their favorites. Seems like there's an even number of Ghost supporters as well as Craig supporters in the comments, and we're grateful to have all of you here. Please interact with us, comment, tell us your predictions. What do you think?
Sorry about the noise there, guys. Just maneuvering here in the studio.
Bit of tight quarters, but we're very grateful. Sessions has given us some nice high-tech camera toys to play with, and we're hoping to bring you a few of these matches. A beautiful jump shot from Craig.
What a shot.
Very fortunate that he caught the knuckle there, and
That opened up the position on the 2.
he's actually gotten fortunate from catching the point of the pocket and landing perfect. Craig, ever the gentleman, puts his hand up in acknowledgement to apologize for. But I suppose, Michael, that's the way the game goes. Some days they just roll in your favor.
No, I mean, you have to take the luck shots with the unlucky shots.
Absolutely.
That's what I always say. So one can't be like, how can I say, like unhappy if you always get the unlucky shots, because you also do get the luck shots.
Absolutely. You know, as the colloquial saying goes, some days you're the bird and other days you're the statue.
Yeah.
And you get both of them equally in this game. But I'm sure Craig is going to look to redeem himself here. This is, I don't want to say it's routine. Nothing is ever routine when you've got pressure on you. But one would expect that Craig should clear this from here and it hopefully redeem himself and close that frame gap by another frame. Little draw shot there, nicely on the 7.
This seems to be quite an open layout here. I don't foresee any issues here, but one never knows. I mean, we didn't expect Craig to miss that last 7 which he played. So, I mean, weird things do happen in this game.
Yeah, it's a funny old game. One day you could be playing like an absolute star. The very next day you wonder whether you've even picked up a cue before.
Yeah.
But
no, that's just perfect position on the 9.
I don't particularly fancy it when a ball is sitting on the rack. But
yeah, so I don't think they wanted to move that rack, as I think the 9 was still on a spot.
Yeah, I do think so.
So.
But Craig
so
brings it back in striking distance.
And they're calling a timeout here, guys. So we'll get back to the action as soon as they start again.
Yes, and if you're on the stream, please stay with us. And as soon as the players are back from break, we'll be back with the action for you. Okay.
So Craig breaking off the. Okay, now it's quite loud. Okay, yeah, so I can see it's actually. You can see with the volumes here that it's actually this direction. So sorry, guys. It was a little bit of a user error, I believe, on my side, as I think I held the mic the wrong way around. So I think we are up and running now.
All right. For all of you that have joined us, we've got some notes in front of us. And for all our viewers out there, the stakes, I'm sure some of you are wondering, for today are 20,000 Rand per match. And so it's a big 40K that's on the line, together with an immense amount of pride as well, and bragging rights, I imagine, Michael.
Especially I would say for Craig, because I mean Craig is known as the 9-ball player and the 10-ball player, so this is his format. And Aden coming in and saying, "Listen, I'm the better cueist, I'm the better sportsman. Let's see what you are all about." But yeah, no one can fault Craig's commitment to the sport. I mean, he's done so much, especially in the Western Cape. I mean, setting up all the clubs that he's setting up now. I think they're actually opening up a brand new branch inside of the heart of Cape Town.
Yeah, we were having a bit of a chat to Craig before this match, and they're busy hard at work, and hopefully in the next few months that'll be open, and we'll be very keen to see how that venue looks. It's going to be in the city centre itself, and of course we wish him all the best with his venture.
And promoting the sport.
Of course. Well,
yeah, that's a little bit of an overroll there from Aden. Just giving Craig the option to see, I think, both sides of the ball. So Craig has his option here of a safety that he's going to play.
I must say, Michael, I'm very impressed with Aden's safety game. It's not something you see, given that he is an English 8-ball player, where you always see him being the attacker, the aggressor. But I think many people underrate his safety game, and it's on display. The snookers are very, very impressed with his safety game today.
No, I mean, that's what Craig mentioned to me yesterday, what he actually took from the game that he had with Aden, that his safety game is just on another level. And like Michael also mentioned here, because of the small table, I mean, one needs to be so precise on that table. Whereas on the bigger tables, one can be a little bit, you got a bigger area where you can play to because of the long range shots that you actually give your opponent.
Absolutely, he's gotten a bit fortunate there with that kiss, and he's ended up perfectly placed on the 4 with natural angle for the 5. You know, these are the roles you and I were talking about a little earlier.
Yeah.
And what looks to be a pretty easy layout from here. Just the 7-ball, if he can land nicely on the 6, he should have, as he clipped that a little
so I think
awkwardly.
I think he overrolled his previous shot a bit too much. So he had too big of an angle on that 6. But nothing that Aden shouldn't be able to sort out. I mean, his potting skills are next to none.
He's got to hold that white here. Oh, he's rattled that.
And, some shots fired here, guys. I mean, Craig missed that 7. Now Aden bobbled the 6 to give Craig an option to take this one. And that 8-ball is in the pocket, so he literally only needs to get position on that 7. As soon as he has position on the 7, I think it should be a pretty open frame, which he does.
He's played that nicely. At this angle, I think that corner pocket is quite forgiving. He's just got to make sure he doesn't find himself behind that 9. I see he's playing with a little bit of bottom. Just draw it slightly, beautifully.
Yeah, just to make sure that he's well away from that 9.
And he's going to want to utilize a cushion here with a little bit of bounce to get more or less to the center of the table for an easier pot on the 9 in the corner. See, he's going to catch the knuckle perfectly.
Yeah, what a great shot there from Craig. A little bit close to the side, but nothing I think that Craig can handle as well.
It's quite interesting when you watch Craig and you meet him. He's all smiles and jovial, but catch him in the middle of a match, and you can see the intensity on his face. We'll try and switch some camera angles for you to get some close-ups on the players, but you can just see the intensity on Craig. He wants this one. Craig's forever the competitor. He's not gonna take anything lying down, which is great to see. And we've just noticed that we've got some fans watching from Namibia. Great to have you here, and as always, we thank you all for joining us. We'd like to mention that if you are on our live stream, please do like, share, and subscribe. It certainly helps us bring you more content and more great matches.
Yeah, and this is only the start. I mean, that's why I say, I mean, Craig, he's doing so much, and I mean, all the equipment that he actually got for sessions in order to be able to get these high-level streams going. I mean, he's really putting in the work.
It's a nasty little space to be in where he's at right now. Cue ball tight to the bulk rail, and he's got to dig deep here.
Okay, so I think what Craig did there was, I think he nominated a push shot. So with the push shot, you can directly after your break, you can nominate to go for a push shot, which now gives the option to Aden, if Aden wants to accept the table or not. So Aden can give that shot back to Craig. So you always have to have an option of what you want to do with the stroke after the push shot, because I mean, if you just snooker the person again,
they can always hand it back to you.
He's just going to be like, well, I mean, that looks like your problem.
I see Aden very strategically didn't opt to do that because he knew he could put Craig in a tough situation, which he's done. And
unfortunately, Craig giving a shot there to Aden, and that 2-ball does look to be open. So I would say, that was the game shot there.
I think that 6 might actually serve as a bit of a guide to him getting the thin outer edge of that 2. This camera angle will tell us a little bit better. Let's see if he cues this nicely, beautifully.
Great shot there. And also, look at that roll.
Oh, he's just run on a bit extra there.
It's a little bit too hard. But that's still doable. I mean, this is a very, very cuttable shot. But I think these players, because of the stakes, I think they are playing a lot safer.
I think,
that's a very good cut.
It's interesting to see. It's tough to predict Aden on today's match, because on certain shots where one would expect him to be his usual aggressive self, he's playing the percentages and he goes safe.
Yeah.
And there, I thought he would continue with the percentages, but he's being attacking and aggressive.
Yeah, I think it's all to do with how you feel on the table. If you're confident at going for it or not.
He's going to want to check this to hold for the 7. 2 rails.
It's a great position shot there.
Nice natural angle for the black. And he's got angle again to come down the table for the 9. Wants to keep that white ball in the center of the table and try and not let it run on too much.
Yeah, not to get too close to that 9.
And he should be fine. Now let's see what. Oh, this is looking.
So the shot should be fine, but it's a little bit over-rolling that ball. But no problem there for Aden.
He deals with it confidently.
Pushing the score now up to 7 frames to 6 for Aden, and I think it is Craig's break.
Our viewers, I don't think you could have asked for a closer match. These two are keeping each other accountable, tight, and we expect nothing less. And we've just noticed we've got some viewers from Swaziland, and we welcome you. Thank you so much for joining us. As we get ready for Craig to break off in this 14th frame, sorry.
think Craig just waiting for a player that's standing at the back of him just to give him some space. As I mean, the venue is still open to the public, so yeah.
Unfortunately, there he's gone in off while catching the wing ball. Unfortunate, very unfortunate.
Yeah, this can be a very good chance here for Aden. I mean, I see that 4 balls against the rail.
Michael, the one interesting thing, have you noticed Aden's confidence when playing those balls down the rail? He just hits them in without even so much as a second thought.
Yeah, he thumps them in. Because the thing is, these pockets are very forgiving, but one also needs to hit the right spot of the pockets. Otherwise, they do bobble and stay in the pocket. So I think Aden is just so confident and so accurate that he knows exactly how to give the ball spin to actually roll into the pocket and not stay outside of the pocket.
I mean, this shot on the 5 is not a gimme. It is a challenging shot to try and hold for the 6. But I think he's just going to roll this into here, maybe off the second cushion.
Yeah, so just using the speed of the table just to get his position.
Going to want to run this with some running side. He does nicely.
Yo, did really well there to get a nice angle on that 8.
And he's nicely on the 9. And we've also just noticed we've got a visitor or viewer from the UAE. Very, very happy to have all of you here. Those of you that are watching us internationally, we thank you as well for joining us and for inviting us into your homes and wherever you're watching from. Thank you so much for joining. And I'm sure you are having as much of a treat as we are watching these two battle it out. Aden now leading 8 frames to 6.
So that's basically what happened yesterday. Aden got a 2-frame lead and just maintained that lead. So Craig now needs to be on alert and just know that, yeah, if you give Aden that lead, he will run away with it. So let's see what Craig's response is to this.
Yeah, Craig's got to contain him. We mentioned before Aden's front-running ability. You really don't want him to gain more than a 2-frame lead. Becomes very difficult to close the gap after that. I think, Michael, as a player, what do you rate? Psychologically, if you're 2 frames in front, I think you're mentally already at an advantage, aren't you?
So, yeah, that's an interesting, how can I say, situation. Because, I mean, some players, as soon as they're ahead, they start relaxing. Now, 2 things can happen if you relax. You can just play your game without stressing about the game, or you can make those easy mistakes that can creep in because you're not focusing enough.
You get complacent.
Yeah, and that's what I found as well. So getting complacent.
Very fortunate there by Craig. He missed the 2 but ended up potting the 3, and he's perfectly positioned on the 2 with natural angle for the 4.
Yeah, and he also did apologize for that, as you saw. But yeah, that was a very fortunate roll there. But yeah, one does get complacent. So the thing is, that's why I say, I mean, certain players can handle it because their natural for level of focus just stays there because they are so used to it. So I think that's with Aden. I mean, he doesn't get complacent. He just keeps his level of focus and he just starts playing free. Just a nice free playing and just backing himself. But I think both these players are on that level where they don't get complacent when they're ahead. So those are still the years that I need to put in to try and get there.
We've got no doubt that you will, Michael. We've got no doubt. Craig here, he's got to make the most of these sorts of chances. This is not an easy path back to the 7. He's got to avoid possibly snookering himself behind the 9. I would think he would have normally run this with top right, but he's going to be stretching over the table, so he might draw this, and he's done exactly that.
Yeah, so as you see, Craig put an extension on his cue there. As yeah, on these tables they're quite big, so one does get an extension for your cue, to be able to allow you to use the cue as per normal for each stroke.
This is a nice angle to see what Craig is working with. This is not ideal. I think he would have liked that a little bit straighter, but
the angle does give a natural position onto the 9. So if he just rolls this ball in, he will have basically the angle that he's looking for on that 9 ball. So I think he only has to worry about the pots here. Yeah. Great shot there from Craig.
nicely on the 9, brings it back within a frame difference between the two.
Making the score 8 frames to 7. Aden leading by 1. And I think it's Craig's break again, yeah. So all important here as well. Aden won the match. Which means if they go to the side, Aden is on the break.
Now that's going to be interesting. I mean, he's been breaking really well. A few breaks dry, but I must say, when one watches these frames, one is always hopeful for a golden break, and really hoping we get to be blessed with one in this match. I don't think there was one yesterday.
No, so there were no golden breaks. But, yeah, so golden breaks is also a rule in 9 ball. So if you pot that 9 ball on your break, yeah, then you win the frame immediately.
A very rare treat, which I think Michael and I both really would like to see, and I'm sure certainly all of you viewers as well.
Yeah, so there is a way of playing for a golden break, but I think it's too risky, because if one doesn't get that 9 ball into the pocket, you leave that 9 in an open pocket, which means one can just carry any ball into the 9 and then just immediately win the frame. So I think these guys are playing the percentages on their break as well.
I think you're right. I think the percentages usually dictate that you must make at least one ball, which puts you out of trying to pot the 9 on the break.
Yeah, because that's the hardest ball to pot.
You rather want to secure a run out and prevent your opponent from getting to the table. Craig trying to run off 2 cushions here, and he's run that a little more than he would have liked. The 4 is a little obscure for this angle. He's going to have to play with a little bit of side, I think, to just check that white and keep it.
It's a little bit of a no man's land position there. I mean, Craig has to play this ball, I would say, maximum left spin.
He's got to hold it.
Yeah.
He does it really nicely.
Yo, what a shot there from Craig.
Michael, I don't think there's going to be much problem for Craig here. No balls on the cushion. No problem balls to speak of. I think we would hope that Craig would run this routinely. Nicely on the 5.
As any player would. I mean, this is a golden opportunity to just tie the score again.
I think Craig's gotta hold his nerve and just do what he does and just be consistent, take it one ball at a time, and just tidy that score again.
Yo, great position on the 7. So yeah, I think he will just roll this ball or stop this ball dead weight, like exactly where that 7 ball is.
Yeah, he's got a nice shot for the center, and he does so.
And then putting the ball in the center will give automatic position on that 9 again.
I must say, it's not usual that you see Mr. Joseph the Ghost with a jump cue in his hand, but I must say he's a very apt jumper off that white ball. It's always great to see players crossing over and transitioning into other codes and playing to a standard where it's great to watch.
Yeah. Great round there for Mr. Bouwer. Just tidying up the score to 8 apiece.
I see some of our viewers are wishing that they could be here with us. Certainly, if you are within the Western Cape and you can come down, we really would encourage you to come and watch these two battle it out live. Really nothing like seeing the action live. I must say, Michael, I'm very impressed with Aden consistently making that one ball in that center pocket. He's a bit unlucky here.
Yeah, he unfortunately did not get the roll there, and he snookered himself on the 2 ball.
What do you reckon here, Michael? Do you think he might opt for a push out and try and put Craig into difficulty?
Yeah, I think he's gonna decide to play a push-out shot here.
I think he's got to be a bit careful, though.
But yeah, I mean, I even saw yesterday. I mean, players playing a push-out shot and even potting another ball just to say, listen, I don't want you here.
I think the rule at that stage is that that ball stays in the pocket.
Yeah, it does
if
stay in
you
the
do.
pocket. Yeah. So now Aden opted here for a jump shot. Basically throwing down the gauntlet to Craig, saying, "Are you going to jump it or am I?"
I think what's got to be remembered here is that when you play the push out, you've also got to leave it in a position where you're comfortable to play in case your opponent hands the table back to you.
Yeah, that's the thing. So Craig said, "No, I'm taking the push shot, or I'm taking the jump shot," as he is feeling quite confident with it, and I mean, he knows exactly how to jump that ball.
He's got to make sure here because all those balls are in the open. I was so close. Is he gonna get lucky here?
I think
he's gotten away with that.
And that one roll further would have been a snooker, but I think Aden can see the full table with a full ball here.
He's got to watch the in-off here. He's got to be careful when he cues this.
So I think Aden just opting there for a safety shot.
And this is the safety game that we were talking about earlier, Michael.
What a shot.
Beautifully behind the 5, slightly behind the 9. And he's really making Craig work.
He's putting in the bullets. He's putting in the punches here, making Craig struggle.
I think Aden very, very cleverly is trying to force errors out of Craig, and I think that's what 9-ball is about. With the game so open, you've got to force your opponent to make those errors, and Craig's actually come out of that very favorably. I don't think he could have asked for a better end result there.
Yeah, so now this is now looking at the doubling up on this table. This table's doubles are, the cushions react so much different to the small table. They grip a lot more.
I think it's also the angle of which these cushions are mounted. They create sharper rebound angles. I was very keen to see how Aden adapted from the English table to these cushions. But Aden, very well known to be a great bank player on the 8-ball table. So now here is where we're going to see some drama, I think.
Little blunder there from Craig, with his son Riley in the background there as well, come saying hello to his father, saying, "What's going on?" What was that?
I think
he's such a great player as well, Riley.
I think probably Craig's biggest fan, I'm sure, sitting with his dad.
Biggest critic and biggest fan, I would say.
Aden's just gotta navigate this rack. Not to do anything too clever. Just take them in their sequence, and he should be home free for another frame.
Oh, great speed control there. I think Riley even acknowledging there.
I see one of the viewers is commenting that Aden's in the groove now. I don't think he was ever out of the groove. He's just so consistent.
Aden was born in the groove. I mean, he's just such a pure stroker, a striker of the ball. But I mean, that also does come with years and years of experience. I mean, he has been on the scene for quite a long time. So obviously, this shows you. I mean, you have to put in the work in order to get to this level.
Absolutely. You know, the one thing, Michael, that I'm not sure if you've noticed is, do you notice that Aden's cue action is a little different to his English 8-ball action? He tends to stroke a little bit more on this table, and I think that's partly due to the weight of the balls. They force you to stroke rather than jab at it.
So that's the biggest mistake that I made when I started to play on the bigger table. I thought to myself that because the table is bigger, one needs to play the ball harder. but because of the weight of the white ball, it actually stops it completely. All right, guys, so I think that they're just taking a small little break. So yeah, we'll be back as soon as they start again.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us again. The score now with Aden Joseph leading 9 frames to 8. And I believe it's Craig's break again.
Yeah, we're back. So yeah, Craig is obviously trying to just minimize the lead that Aden is having, because yeah, his match yesterday was a very highly contested match, but yeah, Aden did get the better of him on the 9-ball table.
A very nice break there by Craig, making 2 balls off the break. But unfortunate with the 4. It's the only real problem I think he's got.
And the shot on the 2-ball right now, I mean, yeah, he's got the option now. Either he's going for the double for the bank, or is he going for the safety? And yeah, just with the stakes being as high as they are, I mean, these guys aren't going to give anyone a chance here. Great safety shot there.
He's opted for the safety. I think he would have preferred it to be behind the 5, but he'll take this. I must say,
great return safety there.
Aden shows such great pace control on this table.
Just a little bit too soft there. Damn. If that ball was behind that 9.
I think Craig would have been in quite a lot of trouble. But I think he can get the finest edge on this too. But then there's a natural in-off that he's got to worry about. You can see he's jacking the cue up a little bit.
Yeah, and Craig also doesn't want to leave that 2-ball into the pocket. Oh, what a shot there. Another good return safety there from Craig.
I think he was a little more fortunate than he thought he was going to be there, getting it behind the 8.
Oh,
but
what a pot.
He's actually cut that in. I did not think he would go for that. But that's the thing about Aden, isn't it? Yeah. You wouldn't think he would go for something, and then he takes on the risk.
Yeah, I think actually Aden just played to touch that ball. Because, I mean, the angle was so fine. And for him to pot that ball and also not really getting the best position on the 4 just shows, I think, yeah, he was just playing to just touch it. But
there's that jump cue we were talking about again. And actually potting it. I wonder if he's going to have enough to run past that 6. I don't think he can see the 5. But unfortunate for him there.
I think Aden is going to opt for his kick and stick shot here. So just going off the
rail. I also think so.
And trying to leave him behind the 6.
And then run the 5 up to the bulk. And he does. Mustn't clip it.
Oh, that's very unfortunate.
You know, Craig's got to be looking at this as a gift now. The 6 passes quite easily into the pocket. He's going to want to just control his pace here to run that white back up the table. He's got a bit of an angle to work with, which is nice. He's
just got some balls to navigate there.
Just between
he doesn't want to be either behind the 7 or the 8. So, I mean, he's got a big area on the left-hand side of the table. So, yeah, just opting for that, just to play the ball in open space.
Yeah, that'll do quite nicely. He's got to make his way back for the 7. Or he might opt to stun it and run the 7 into the corner for an easy roll into the 8 in the top corner.
Yeah,
he's going for the center.
His stroke out. Just letting his stroke out and just getting that nice draw shot on that 6 ball.
I tell you what, Michael, that's a great indication of Craig's confidence, I think. I would have imagined he would have stunned that, run the 7 into the corner, the 8 into the opposite for natural angle on the 9.
Yeah.
But I think that tells us how confident he's feeling, that he's actually drawing that.
Yeah, so I think Craig here is looking to go off 3 rails.
I think this is the more difficult route to go, because you're increasing your traveling distance of the cue ball. But again, he's feeling confident. So as you can see, nicely positioned on the 8. Gonna want to try and make his way back though.
Very straight. Yeah, unfortunately, I think he rolled a little bit too straight, and I don't know if he can draw. He's going for a draw shot, but yeah, that's a tough one.
Has he overrun? Oh dear, he's overrun that. I mean, look, this is potable, but under these conditions, with this scoreline, with this pressure, that obviously always adds a bit of...
adds a little bit of spice to it.
I mean, this is not out of Craig's ability, but he's got to keep his head down, stroke into this nicely, and he should be fine. He's caught the knuckle there, but he's okay.
He left the ball on the almost on the top of the rail.
What do you think, Michael? I think Aden might take this on.
Yeah, Aden. I think Aden is going for this. I think yesterday Aden had a chance on a 10 ball that he actually opted to play a safety on, and he didn't get the safety that he wanted, and then Craig took advantage. So I think that's going to play a role, and he's going to cut that ball into the bottom left.
I see.
Just with a nice confident stroke. Wow.
I see in the comments some of our fans are being quite merciless. One of the remarks is that Craig played like a sponsor in the last frame. I think Craig was a little bit worried about us slaughtering him on commentary, but our viewers are doing a fine job by themselves.
Yeah, so the thing is the pressure on this game with the stakes that they are having. I mean, doubling up the pool, the prize pool. Yeah, it just shows them that, I mean, Craig is actually after this pressure. He wants this pressure. And, I mean, obviously this is good practice for him to go to the All Africa. And the same to Aden. I think, I'm not sure in what Q Sports Aden is participating in at All Africa. But, yeah, definitely using this as practice for the All Africa.
I think it was a great idea by the two of them. I mean, they're both highly competitive, highly competent. And I think the thinking by each of them was probably that they'd bring out the best in each other.
Yeah.
This is a nice position to be in on a break-off shot. I think Craig just trying to... I mean, pool is always like a puzzle. You've got to work backwards from where you've landed to see how you can get to the last ball. He's nicely on the 2 here. Just nothing fancy. Just run it a little forward.
Yeah, I think he actually got on the wrong side of that too.
I also think he was planning to be straighter to the center pocket, but
this could still work. I mean, this is still not the hardest of patterns that he can play, because of that 3. If he can just get a nice stun shot on that 3, the 4 is dead straight in the pocket. But obviously, going from the 4 to the 5, that's where the challenge is.
I think his bigger challenge, if he navigates that fine, is his 7 to the 8. You can see they're on opposite rails off the table. And I think that one, he's going to want to watch his cue ball control. See, he's
visibly not happy there.
He's looking at it now, and I think he's just realized the problem that I was talking about. And he's trying to work out how he's going to handle that.
Yeah, so that 5, I think, is blocked by that 7.
No, it's definitely blocked. I think it's only the corner pocket that's open to him, unless he can get further down for the center.
Yeah, but I think he actually has a slight angle to go for a top right spin.
He's looking at the center pocket though as well, so I think he's just weighing up what he feels more comfortable with. Not enough side as he would have liked there. That's very, very awkwardly that he's landed.
Yeah, so he might, I think, opt for a carom shot here to drop that 7 ball off from the 5, just to brush off the 5 and just drop that 7 into the corner.
I mean, this is not easy. I wonder if he's playing this safe first. Yes, he is. The percentages. Now, I mean, Michael, we've seen Aden smash these down the rail. I mean, this is not something that you would expect him not to take on. Let's see how he's feeling here.
And that 6 is also in the open, so...
Well. Oh, he's gotten away with that. He's got away with murder there. And now, this is interesting. This is interesting.
That's
The 5 cannot go in the center. Have a look at this angle here, and you can see why this is difficult. Craig's got a...
He doesn't have a straight shot on it.
He doesn't have... I don't think he has any shot really on it without... You can see he's playing with a lot of side. Just trying to swerve slightly.
What a shot.
Very nicely behind the 9.
Good shot there. Good return. Oh my soul. What are we witnessing here?
I think that those are shades of Efren Reyes for any 9-ball players out there. That's a shot you'd expect the magician to be playing.
Yeah. That was a great shot there from Aden.
You see, listen, that was not easy, but that may cost him. May cost him.
But even opting to power it in like he did, I mean, yeah, that was An unfortunate miss there from Aden, giving the opportunity to Craig.
Craig's going to want to hold this, and this is what we were talking about earlier, Michael, the shot from the 7 to the 8. And
I think on this shot, you just basically just play a nice little front spin, and
yeah,
then you roll
run it off
into
2 cushions.
and then you roll into the line of that 8.
I mean, at this level, with this pressure, nothing's easy. I mean, you'd expect Craig to do this a million times in practice.
Okay, so he opted for a draw shot there to go off the rail.
I think maybe his angle was a little bit
Yeah.
straighter than we could see it from here.
And also these pockets are quite big, so if you try and make an angle with a front spin shot there, one can actually run that white into the pocket.
I must say, looking at the comments on the stream, it seems like we've got a heavily favored Aden audience in the house today. Aden or Craig, we thank you all for joining us. Once again, if you are on our stream, please do give the channel a like and subscribe. It certainly does help us out, and it helps us to keep bringing you great matches, which we hope to bring you more of in the future.
Craig just putting on his extension on his cue, so you can actually just cue this without the bridge.
He's going to want to just roll into this nicely, and he does. Very
Not
nice.
making the mistake he did the previous match.
No, I think Craig's going to be a lot more wary now as the scoreline approaches. I mean, we're halfway now, and I think these two are going to be very careful with what they're doing.
And one shouldn't forget, I mean, it's a 20k pot per match.
I mean, that's
10k per player.
I mean, that's a nice payday, no matter who you are, I think.
Yeah. Craig just making sure that all the balls are touching. You don't want to leave any gaps in that rack. Otherwise, the rack doesn't break as purely as you always plan.
I think we mentioned that Taum rack, and it certainly the magic racks do hold the balls tighter and closer, much more than a normal diamond or triangle would. See, Craig's made a ball, but how's his position after that? Unfortunately, the 7 may be covering that 1.
Yeah, I think that 7 just rolled right in front of that 1, just closing the top right pocket.
I think, Michael, for me, if you're Craig, I don't know if the shot might be to run the 1 into the cushion, leave the 1 on the bulk end, and bring the white back behind the 9.
Yeah, he's got some traffic here at the back, so I think if he can get his white ball where he is right now and just push that 1 against the top rail, I think that'll be a really great shot. But I think Craig is eyeing up this 1 to see if it goes.
It certainly goes, but I don't know what his appetite for risk is. I don't think he's going to do it with the percentages on this shot.
Oh.
I'm actually surprised. I didn't think he could see that far into that pocket. Trying to force it and create a bit of an angle there, I think.
Yeah, so the thing is with this game, right, is you have to take the initiative. And if you don't take the initiative to claim the game and to go for the game, you do leave yourself open to your opponent that goes for the game first and actually gets the game. So yeah, I think Craig just decided there, listen, I need to make something happen. Let's go for a shot.
I think Aden ended up a little shorter than he would have liked there. He wanted that white to run and get a little bit of a bigger bounce on that 4.
You think Aden was trying to get a position on the 4-9 combo?
I don't think so. I don't think that would be
because I mean it's
high
on now.
percent. Well, it's on now. He's gone for it. See, that's the danger in going for the combo. You have to make sure of it, because now he's let Craig back in this one, and I do think that the 4 passes on that forgiving pocket past the 8. He might be able to cheat that pocket.
Even use the 9.
And he might
He'll try and hit that rail against the 9 and then just brush the 4 in. Or no, he's
playing the percent. Oh no. Oof. Oh dear.
Oof. That's a big costly mistake there. And Aden is just going for the 5-9.
Immediately going for the combo.
he's not gonna wait around for that. He's gonna take that. That's unfortunately for Craig. That is cardinal sin.
So yeah, that's now 11 frames to 9. For Aden.
Very interesting, Michael. It seems that pocket has claimed another white ball in off. And it seems Aden is now starting to edge away.
Yeah, he's on that 2-frame lead again. And this is what we saw yesterday as well. I mean, as soon as Aden has that 2-frame lead, I mean, Craig came back and minimized that lead to like a 1 frame, and then Aden just gets another one. So, I mean, these guys are so evenly matched that trying to close that gap is going to require something special from Craig. Because, I mean, Aden is not missing. I mean, he's taking his opportunities and he's playing really, really well.
I see some of our viewers are asking where we are. And just want to let all of you know, we are coming to you live from Sessions Billiard Arena here in the Cape. If you are in the area, we encourage you to come on down. I think Craig has got some great specials at the bar. There are some food specials. Come on down and watch some of the action live if you can.
So yeah, basically Aden opted there for a push-out shot. And I think before Craig is actually attempting to see if he wants to play the ball, he just wanted to remove that magic rack as, yeah, the 9 ball was sitting on top of it.
I think, Michael, it's unfortunately in this game, it's the unforced errors that get you more than your opponent putting you in trouble, because I think when you have players of the caliber of Craig and Aden, they hold themselves to a high standard.
Yes, yeah.
And sometimes that does have a bit of a mental play on you. When you can see Craig after he's gotten away with that.
Does he have the cutting angle?
I wonder if he can sneak past the 2. If he does, I don't think he does. But
so Aden was worried about that, the white.
The in-off. I think he was.
So I think that's why he actually opted not to play that, because he undercut that ball, which means he actually could have cut the ball in.
I wonder. That one.
Yeah, that's a good shot. I think he overrolled it a little bit, but yeah, he's still in good position here, because that 3 goes, I think, in a combination to the 5.
It's not an easy combination, though, is it? It's at an awkward angle, and I see Craig is looking at it. I think he was maybe hoping to leave that white slightly back to cannon into it, to dislodge it, and you can see he's stopped to think about this one. A literal head scratch, if you would.
Yeah, I think if Craig just gets that 2 ball into that corner, he can actually make some angles to try and get that 3 off the 5 and keep position on the 3.
Let's see how he deals with this. Oh, using the 9. A bit of a clever shot there. I think that could have been kinder to him. It was a very cleverly thought out shot, but unfortunately
I didn't even see that he was going to run into that 9. So I think he was actually thinking about comboing in the 9.
I think that was a very clever shot, and unfortunately for him, that really could have been kinder to him. He's got a very tough, thin angle on this 3 now.
Yeah, and the way to play this ball, you actually want to play the ball with right spin, but then that white ball will roll basically to the top right corner or top left corner. So you have to make sure you give enough right spin to avoid that.
Beautiful use of side there by Craig.
White?
Just got to watch the in-off. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
So unlucky. What a great shot that Craig played there.
I don't think I've seen Craig have this much of bad luck with the roll on the white. It's just these centers that seem to be catching him out with these in-offs.
And the funny thing is, to pot that ball, if I give you the ball basically, and for you to pot that, I mean, you will find it so hard to pot that ball from that angle into the center.
I must say, that's just rotten luck.
Yeah, that just shows
that's the only way that we can describe it to you, ladies and gentlemen. That's just rotten luck. And Aden getting a bit of a fortunate kiss on the black.
Got away with that
He
one.
got away with that. He was lucky not to catch it thin and end up behind the black. And see, he's done it again. That's the second time that he's rattled a long corner, what should be a routine pot for someone of his capability. I mean, at this level, you would think that he would make that on any day of the week.
But I think
the
what
pressure
happened there was, I think he didn't even think about his position.
I also don't think so.
I think he ran out to the point where now he had to actually play a very hard shot to get position on the 8 as well. So
I think, Michael, sometimes in this game, those of us that pot really well, sometimes try to pot our way out of trouble rather than just stop for a little while and rather get pinpoint position. But I suppose when you're a natural potter like Aden, you tend to take it for granted that you're just going to make the ball. But sometimes,
Aden can pot a ball from anywhere on the table.
But sometimes I think it doesn't work that way. And I think Craig might be let back in here. He's got to make the most of these chances. And he's going to...
So Craig going for the rest shot here.
Don't envisage any problems here. He should routinely pot this nicely.
Yeah.
And he's got within one frame again.
Just keeping himself at bay there. Or just keeping himself in the game. I mean, he can't allow Aden there just to get more than 2 frames. I mean, I think when we saw yesterday, when he got that higher lead than a 2-frame lead, then, yeah, Aden was just on with his tail up in the air, just going through the motion.
I'm really hoping that that those 2 jawed easy balls don't weigh on Craig's mind. You know, as a player, sometimes when you're in this state, we're all human. You can't help but think I would have been 13, 11 up on Aden now. And, you know, I think as players, all of us have to try and fight those thoughts and just deal with business.
Are mental battles that you go through in a game.
I think Craig's just gotta keep the mental side in check here, and I think he's still well within this one. Dear, oh dear, the same left center pocket once again. It's unbelievable. I've never seen something like this.
So yeah, that's very, very unfortunate there from Craig. Again, giving Aden ball in hand, first chance on this rack, and I mean the balls aren't too bad. I mean, the 2 is open, the 3 is open, the 4 is against the rail, but I mean one can get position on that 3. On the 4 from the 3.
You've got the 8 ball within inches of the middle pocket.
The 5 is also very open. Yeah, so this seems to be like it's going to be a quick frame. And yeah, Craig unfortunately just giving that frame that he just took back to Aden.
Unfortunately, I think there's nothing you can do really if you've broken off. I mean, that white could end up anywhere. But,
so now the question is, right? So, I mean, would you start changing your break?
Well,
like from the direction that you break from and the power that you give?
It's an interesting question, and I've seen players do it. Sometimes it's also a mental strategy as well. Great positional shot from Aden there. But to answer your question, Michael, I do think sometimes players feel they do need to switch it up. And I think there's merit in it, because sometimes if something's not working for you and it's consistently going wrong, you have to do something to jolt the system and shake the cobwebs, I think. I
mean, doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result.
Oh, dear. Would you believe that the same center pocket... I can't believe he overscrewed that.
Aden, just
and he's just conceded that frame.
Oh wow, that was a big shock there.
Here's an interesting question for you, Michael. As a player, would you have simply conceded that frame?
I never concede a frame.
I wouldn't either. I mean, I think both of us can agree that anything could happen. Nothing's a gimme.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I mean, I've missed ball in hand and the ball is on the spot. I have missed that before.
And I've seen players miscue and hand the frame back. So
that's why I say, I mean, it's the easiest shot, but I mean, once your mind goes in there and you start thinking about different things, before you actually think about your shot, then you just completely duff the ball.
This is so interesting. The balls are diagonally, almost in a straight line. This is tough.
This is almost a training routine.
It's almost a drill. It's reminiscent of a potting drill. I think if you've ever watched Jason Theron run a few drills, this is a drill that I think I've seen Jason run before. Corner pocket, just controlling the white.
Yeah, so Aden just opting there for a push-out shot, giving Craig the option here.
This is within striking of this white, but of the one. But the white coming back in the position on the two. I'm very curious to see how Craig deals with this and what he opts.
That 5-ball play is very big. I mean, you can actually just roll the ball forward with a little trace of left spin, just to tuck the ball behind that 5.
I see one of our viewers has commented that the pockets are huge, and to all of those people with those views, we often say come down and have a frame or two. Yes, the pockets are larger, but
the table play is different.
You can miss.
Oh, that's a great shot from Craig, but unfortunately not getting his position there.
I see Craig's really been having a bad run and a bad roll of the white.
Yeah, but the thing is, Aden had the same in the previous match. I mean, he had that frame in his hand, and then he unfortunately dropped the white on that draw shot. So
he's kicked that, and he's ended up fortunately leaving it safe. So I suppose it comes back to you.
It does go both ways, but I mean, one feels as soon as the rolls aren't in your favor that you are actually how can I say, not getting the roll of the ball. But so Aden unfortunately missed the 2 there and dropped the white. So Craig will be on the table with ball in hand. And this frame has some work, but all the balls are open in the open. And
you see, this is what we were talking about, Michael. These are the opportunities as a player, and specifically Craig now, you've got to seize these chances, and this is a great one, I think.
Yeah.
A great one to pinch a frame back.
Okay, so Craig has to try and avoid that 9-ball if he wants to roll into the center here.
He's got the 5 to negotiate in one of the corners, and he wants to keep that white on a string.
Perfect shot. Just avoiding that 9, just to roll into the line of the 5. The 7 is open, the 8's open. Yeah, so it's looking good for Craig on this frame here.
This one is so hard to pick a winner with these two keeping it
matched.
so tight. And I think it's interesting that both of them have had bad runs with the white going in off, so you can't even put it down to that either. I mean, I couldn't pick a winner here.
Oh, great shot there from Craig.
He's
just getting position for the 9 in the center.
And he's kept the white nicely off the cushion, which is always a feather in your cap when you're on a pressure ball. And I think Craig now, after a long while, has now taken the lead.
He's back in the lead again with a 1-frame lead. But so it's his break. So for Craig, if he can get a break and run, then he will get a 2-frame lead. But like we've seen Craig's break, I'm very interested to see if he goes from the same side. If he's going to start changing up his break or not.
I agree. I wonder if he might move the white to the opposite side of the head string.
Yeah, or just even not play the ball as hard. Maybe he's just going to play around with the speed of his stroke.
I hope that this 1-frame advantage now gets Craig a bit braver.
So he's breaking from the same side again.
That hopefully he becomes the aggressor now, and maybe this is the breakthrough that he needs. Maybe to put his foot on the gas a bit.
Yeah, just keeping that white nice in the center.
And there goes the 5 as well. So he's made 2 off the break. The 1, I think that is about as perfect as a control on the white ball and a break as you want. Almost dead center of the table.
But that 2 is on the top rail, and that 3 is also not the best position. So, I mean, Craig has some work here.
He's going to want to draw this for the 2, because I think he's a bit straight, so he's going to definitely draw this. But it's where he ends up for that 2 after this that he's going to want to just watch his next shot on the 3.
Yeah, so I think one of the comments here says that Craig needs to play Caesar as well. So, yeah, I mean, I would say that's a match that Craig will be interested in, like, he'll be open to that match as well, because, I mean, I don't think Craig will shy away from anyone. He actually enjoys playing against the top players.
I don't think he would, and I must say, personally, I do enjoy watching Caesar play. Great cueist, and I think that'll be a great one to watch. I wonder if we could get him down.
Yeah, I mean, even when Craig played Jerry, it was a very, very good match as well.
I must say, I do also enjoy watching Jerry play. Another great cueist for all our viewers out there. I'm sure you all know Jeremiah very well. And Craig is looking to snag another one. He's got to watch that center. Oof. It's not not where you want the white at this stage of a rack.
He's playing with his. He's
sailing really close to the wind, I think. Yeah. And he's gonna want to stroke this in, but he's got to avoid the knuckle here.
That white on that knuckle.
It's a little awkward.
A rough one.
I think if he puts, wisely reassessing and readdressing the table, he's got to just stay down on this shot. Just stroke into it.
Yeah, he's not comfortable. You can see he's not feeling too great about the shot. But yeah,
I reckon if he pots this confidently and puts all his effort into this, he should be home free from here. He's got to take that extra second, and very wisely, I think he's doing it. Michael, I think he's got the awareness to know this requires a little bit more than just going down and hitting it.
Well, I mean, he has missed a couple of balls that are like 3 balls from the frame. So, I mean, he's obviously thinking he's not going to replicate that this time.
And for our viewers, no, this is not the Racing table. Oh. That is a forthcoming attraction.
Oh, my soul. Yo, getting away with that. That white ball was almost in that pocket.
This is so awkward.
Yeah, Craig is not happy about that.
And there's a better view of the potting angle that he's got here. And you can see how close that white is to that knuckle and that point of the center. This is not a shot that you want to be playing at this stage of a rack with these stakes.
Yeah.
But just coming back to the question that one of our viewers was asking, this is not the Racing table. This is the Predator table.
Yeah, the Predator tables, yeah.
The Racing is a forthcoming attraction. And Craig just catching the knuckle, fortunate not to land in off. But this is tragedy.
Giving the shot to Aden.
I think this is letting Aden back in unnecessarily. He didn't need that. And, Aden's not going to think twice about this.
He's saying, thanks, Craig. I'll see you at 12-12.
And I don't think you could have picked the white ball up and put it in a better position with your hand.
Perfect position there.
And
Aden just tied up the score, 12 frames apiece.
And that's the thing, Michael. That's how quickly you can lose your lead in this frame.
Yeah, no, it's... but because these players are playing at such a high level...
Well, we're back, and look, this is a nice layout for Craig. And again, I think it's an opportunity for him to go a frame ahead. I know the 5 is on the cushion.
Yeah, so Aden unfortunately got a dry break there, and giving Craig first pickings at this frame. But yeah, for Craig to go for this, I mean, he needs to get position on that 2 ball, which is quite on the other side of the pocket or on the table.
He screwed that quite
Yo.
nicely, but he's overrun
Yeah, he overrun that ball a bit.
just ever so slightly.
Yo, does that ball go to the top right side?
Well, I think Craig's demeanor will tell us. Let's see if he's looking a little too hard at it. I don't think it goes, but I think the nice shot that he could play here is run into the 2 off the long rail, leave the 2 on the bulk cushion and the white behind the 7. I think that would be the easiest safety for Craig, and to guarantee Aden. Well, there's nothing ever guaranteed, but to generate a percentage that Aden could let him back to the table.
I think with that shot, right, is that you need to make sure that you do touch a rail after contact. So
Yes.
you can't just roll the ball up. I mean, the table plays fast, but I mean, one needs to make sure. I think yesterday there was a couple of frames where they under-rolled the ball a bit and they did not touch a rail after contact. So obviously Craig having that in the back of his mind while playing.
Aden's
Shot there from Aden.
Aden's gotten away with murder there.
But now
he went for the pot, but he ended up with second prize, and what a second prize it is.
But the problem now is, right, we're playing 9 ball. That 2 ball is glued to the 9.
Craig's freed it up now.
He freed it
and
up.
now the 5 is in the open. This is anyone's rack now. And Aden's going to have first
Aden
crack
has
at this.
First crack, yeah.
And just look at that angle there. This should be just easy pickings, you would think, for Aden. This is an awkward 3 to the middle pocket, but he's been powering some of these balls into the middle as well. So you can see confidently queuing.
Oh, great shot there from Aden.
I see some of the fans are also saying, bring Caesar into this game. And certainly, I think we'll talk to the powers that be, and maybe if that's on the cards, you'll hear it from us first that the Scorpion may come down to the Cape.
Unfortunately, Aden, they're under-rolling for the position on the 7. And he's going to lose his white ball going for the shot now. But, just what a pure curious. I mean, look at that great shot. Wow.
Very, very nice.
That's a perfect position on that 8 to get position on the 9. Yo.
And
just showing his class here.
This frame should be all but over. And that's going to put Aden 1 frame in the clear. It's kind of tit for tat here. Nobody's really carving out a substantial lead.
But that's why I say, I mean, these guys are so evenly matched. It's quite scary. I mean, because if you make one mistake, then you actually have to wait for your opponent to make a mistake. And they are playing at such a high level that they're not making mistakes.
I think it's certainly for myself, it's an anomaly to see a match where Aden is just not running away with it like he normally does. See, Craig's going to break. I want to see if he's going to switch this up. I see he's still breaking from that left-hand side of the table. Well, the right if you're in this viewing angle. But if you're addressing the table, he's still breaking from the left. He's going to want to make that 1 in the center.
Or even the wing ball. So the 4 ball in the corner as well.
There's the 1 in the center.
And the 4 ball in the corner. So that was a perfect pace. Perfect shot there. And having a sight on the 2 ball. I mean,
it's not a bad layout. It's not perfect, but you know, these are the chances that Craig's got to take. He's got no problem balls to speak of.
Yeah, so that 2 ball will give him a nice 2 rail angle to get onto the 3. So that's a perfect shot there. The 3 gives you the shot for the 5. And then the 5, he just needs to make sure he gets enough angle to not snooker himself behind the 8 on the 6.
I see the fans are busy rooting for their players. And we certainly encourage you to comment and let us know who you're pulling for, what your predictions are. What do you all think the final score could be here, given how close this is? Let us know in the comments.
So Craig just drawing that ball back a bit just to give himself a little bit of an angle. Oh, look at that power draw. Wow. Did he overdraw this?
No, I think he's fine.
Yo.
I think he's fine.
I mean, that's some cue action right there, dude. It's a really, really great stroke.
I must say, Craig was when Craig got this new cue of his, he was actually mentioned. I asked him how did he find playing with this? I think it's a carbon shaft.
Yeah, this is the Revo shaft.
And he
from
said
Predator.
He said it's quite amazing. It does the most incredible things, and it's nice to see that when he cues into these balls, it's nice to see the reaction of the white.
Yeah, and Aden also has a very good cue. I mean, he's got a DeFi shaft from McDermott that he's playing with. So also a very, very high level carbon fiber cue. So yeah, these guys are playing with the top equipment here.
It's always nice to see the advancements in technology in the cue sport world. It's great to see our players showcasing them as well as their talent.
Oh,
now that is something I would not have expected from Craig. I'm not sure what happened there. Did he get a kick? Was it the nerves? I don't know.
I think it was just trying to hammer the ball in with the sides with a stun shot.
I don't think he really needed to force it that much though, Michael.
Yeah, I think, that was a bit of a blunder there from Craig.
Uncharacteristic of Craig. Aden's overrun this a bit. I mean, that's certainly not ideal. I mean, he's got to just stay still and just cue this in.
He's giving himself a chance though, so, and one should expect Aden to pot those.
Yeah.
Another 2-frame lead again for Aden there.
Unfortunately, Craig, through an unforced error, is finding himself 2 frames behind again. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've just joined us, we welcome you to our live stream. Again, we mentioned that this is a 20,000 rand a match, grudge match, shall we call it? Challenge match?
I think a challenge match.
Challenge match?
I think these guys are very respectable.
I don't think they're adversarial.
Yeah, I think they respect each other's games very, very highly. That's why they decided, no, listen, they're going to rerun this and do the match again.
I think there's always in these types of matches an element of pride and bragging rights that goes with it, and neither of these two is going to want to give that up. I think sometimes, Michael, that might be worth just as much as the money.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's the ultimate bragging rights. I mean, I think that's actually what these guys are playing for. That individual title that you can say, listen, I played Aden in a race to 25 or a race to 21 now, and I got the better of him. But that's the thing. So Aden is not letting that gauntlet go down easily. I mean, he's putting up a big fight here, putting Craig in very, very horrible situations, making him doubt himself.
I think if you're Aden, you want to capitalize when your opponent is making mistakes, and you want to keep that pressure on, keep putting them in difficulty, and I think that's exactly what Aden's doing here, to his credit.
So unfortunately that shot there from Aden didn't pan out for safety, giving Craig the potting angle on that one, and keep maintaining the position on the 2. So now going from the 2, he's going to probably use the top rail, just to try and roll all the way back to where he is in the center.
He's got to watch that white. He's got to watch that white.
Oh, that was
oh dear.
Uncharacteristic mistake there from Craig, spinning that ball, in my opinion, to the wrong direction.
This is tight. This is so tough. Not only is he behind the 7, but he's got the Chinese snooker on the 6.
Yeah, it's touch ball snooker. Yeah, so
and queuing when you're queuing over a ball is bad enough, but doing it from a snookered position.
So the thing now, right, is that if I'm Craig, I'm going to start thinking about playing a deliberate foul here. And just trying to close something up. Because the thing is...
What's the rule on a deliberate foul in this situation,
So
Michael?
because you have a 3-foul rule in place, right? So if you do 3 consecutive fouls in a row, you are actually allowed to play a deliberate foul, because you do give a foul away and you do give your opponent ball in hand. But yeah,
Is he going to get the kick?
he
That
missed
is
it,
so
yeah.
unfortunate. That was so close.
Oh,
Yeah.
and that's something that Craig did there that I wouldn't do. To move the white ball with his cue, but in between two balls. So
Yeah.
I think if he moved the ball there, it would have been a loss of frame.
That's the thing. Michael, just for our viewers, you were mentioning the 3 foul rule.
Yes,
wanna just take
sorry.
them through that?
So the 3 foul rule exists because you're allowed to do a deliberate foul in this game. So you are allowed to play the wrong ball and even pop the wrong ball if you want, but you will give up a foul. Whereas in the other formats, if you do a deliberate foul, it's a direct loss of frame because it's frowned upon, and you're not allowed to do that. So here, if you get the three consecutive fouls in a row, you do lose the frame that you are playing in.
Wow, now that's going to be interesting. Look at this. I think Aden's now going to cinch up to go a 3-frame ahead advantage here.
Yeah, that mistake of Craig,
that's going to cost him.
Costing him, yeah.
And Aden's not going to scoff those chances. He's going to make the most of them. And if you're Craig, you've got to knuckle down now.
Yeah, you have to start hunkering down and start saying to yourself, listen, I need to just get some points on the board here and try to minimize that gap.
And Aden now starting to pull away slightly. Craig's got to look to pull something out of the bag here. He's got to keep the nerves in check. He's got to stop these unforced errors because they're starting to cost him frames.
Yeah, we love the banter in the comments there, guys. It's just shows you that all the different formats of the game all have different advantages and disadvantages which one needs to try and exploit. So yeah, it's awesome. I mean, that's why we all love Q sport, the Q sport. I mean, just making every game a puzzle in itself.
See, Craig's got a decent break on this, but it's not the nicest layout because the gap between the consecutive balls are 1 table apart. 1 to 3, 4 to 5. This is not easy by any means.
Yeah, so I think Craig has actually overdrawn his last couple of balls that he did with a too big of a draw shot. So the thing now is he needs to get that feel of the draw shot. Yeah, and he actually did it again.
He's overrun that, yeah.
So the thing is, I mean, if I was Craig, I would try and draw a lot less, and just to make the angle bigger.
It was quite interesting. The first time I started playing a little bit of 9-ball, this was mentioned to me by Dino Naya, one of our first ever successful 9-ball players in the country. Dino mentioned to me, he said, stop, because I come from a snooker background.
Yes.
He said, stop playing position as if you're on a snooker table. Use the cushions.
Yeah.
If you try to draw and follow only using just the slate of the table, you may find yourself coming short or overrunning. Use the cushions.
Yeah. So the thing is, in the international circuit, right? Oh, that's a great shot there from Aden. Just pushing that 3 up the road. But yeah, I think giving Craig an open shot on that, and actually the position would be guaranteed if he gets a nice stun draw, like just a little bit back.
This is not easy though.
It's a big shot to take on, especially in Craig's position.
He's got to make sure, and he's caught the knuckle, just caught the jaw, the outer jaw of that pocket.
Oh my soul! And I see a 3-9 running here with a carom.
I don't know, Michael. Are we seeing Craig unravel? He's making quite a few errors now that are uncharacteristic of him.
So yeah, Aden, they just decided, listen, don't do the same mistake and try and push that 9 into the pocket. Just go for the 3 and take the frame from there. But I think Craig made 2 mistakes, which cost him some points. And then Aden just capitalized on those mistakes. So just Aden, the professional player that he is, just, I mean, his time on the table, I mean, just shows you, I mean, that he's so confident and comfortable in any situation.
I see the fans are running away with the usual Caesar debate. And certainly if you all want to see Caesar on this table, maybe drop a comment in the comment section, and maybe the powers that be might make that happen.
So yeah, we had unfortunately one of the players that are playing on the Heyball tables just in the line of the shot, but it's all good. As the club is open, so the people are enjoying Heyball and just playing the game.
And
so
I think he went to check the score of how South Africa is doing in the international arena. I think the TV with the scoreline is mounted at that point. So we've got our colleague Michael Davids off there too. I'll just ask Michael to double check.
Another great break there from Aden.
That I did not expect from Aden. Michael, he didn't stroke that one like he normally would. He sort of jabbed at it. And I don't even think he got the... I mean, he got the position he would have liked, but he's kind of left... Well, he's gotten second prize. He's left Craig in no man's land here.
Yeah, I mean, so Aden is now 5 frames away.
That's a very clever shot from Craig there. Taking his chances, trying to push the 2 into the 5 for the combination. And, he's also left it a bit safe, which is nice. This is a great shot from Aden. I wonder if he's unfortunate. I think he's got it. He's got most of it.
Yeah.
No, I think he's left a bit of an angle on the 2.
No, there's a slight gap there. I think there might be a slight gap. But Craig needs to just watch out to run that white into that 6 ball and keep it down the table.
I think the old Q Sports saying goes, never between 2 balls. So unfortunately, you didn't get the snooker there.
Yeah, and I see the ball behind that 8 now.
I think that's exactly what he's going to go. Just a touch required. He's got it.
Touch ball snooker, that's not lacquer. But Craig has the benefits of that 2-9. So if you see that 2-9, if he thumps that 2 into the 9, he has the shooter's chance of just potting the 9 and just claiming the frame.
The only thing about that is that if he doesn't get it, is that he leaves the frame open. High risk, high reward, I suppose.
Yeah, so I think he actually went for hitting that ball hard to just give that 9 a chance, and also have the off chance to get that white ball safe.
I tell you what, if Aden makes a clearance here, it's going to be something to see, because the 5 is on this end of the table and the 6 is rather tight to that bulk cushion. This is going to be something to see. I want to see the shot, the angle he creates here from 5 to 6.
Oof. Just squeezing by there.
And he's just got the angle here to go back that side.
Yeah, I think he's going between the 9 and the 7.
Yes, he does. Bit of a kiss there, which worked out for him.
A little bit of a and it almost dropped the white ball into the corner pocket, but yeah. Great use of the front spin there just to get that white ball out.
He's got a natural angle to go into the black. He's just got to hold that white, though.
Yeah, he ran into that.
Well, he's clipped it.
It worked out for him, yeah.
And one would expect Aden to take this from here. perfectly on the 9. And Craig finding himself, unfortunately,
That's not 5 frames.
5 frames down. And
Yeah, so that's. I think that's actually what happened the last time they played as well. It was very close all the way up into a certain point. Looks like they're going to be taking a break. So yeah, we'll speak to you guys when we get back. Good to see that we have 285 viewers currently. So yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, stay with us. Go grab yourself a snack and join us after this break for the rest of the session.
How's it, guys? So we're back. Craig just clinching his own break there, making it 17 frames to 13. Aden leading by 4. Aden's break now. That looks to be a dry break there from Aden. Craig coming on the table. He sees the 1 ball, but he doesn't have a potting angle, I believe. So I think he's going to just snooker him behind the 2 ball. Yeah, great shot there from Craig. I mean, Aden is now only 4 frames. He just needs 4 frames to just take the first match. So yeah, what a shot there from Aden. Just potting that 1, rolling a little bit, not enough, but he can still make this ball into that corner pocket. And yeah, Aden is now playing a nice safety game there, just trying to just keep Craig struggling. So yeah, great shot there. So yeah, Craig, I think, knows the importance of this frame, having to start clawing his way back. If he gives Aden any opportunities, that 4 frames will go down to 3 frames that Aden needs, and the 3 will go to 2, so he's just making sure. Your nice stop shot there from Aden, giving himself a nice shot on the 3 ball.
Want me to do this one?
Oh, is he eyeing up a 4-9-8 combination?
You know, Aden.
Yeah.
You can safely make that prediction with someone like
Yeah.
Aden, because this guy will take on just about anything like that. I'm always amazed at just how ambitious and brave he is with these shots, and he pulls them off.
Yeah. No, his track record is quite high to pot those balls. So now, yeah, he's in a bit of spot of bother here, having to get position on that 6 ball. Oh, look
Quite
at
a lot
that
of
drastic
side.
spin.
Quite a lot of
Wow.
side. And look at the
Yo.
position.
Oh my soul, what a shot there from Aden. That's a great shot.
And you can just see how pinpoint that position was from this angle.
I think that will be on the reels.
I definitely think that is a shot that should be on a highlight reel for sure.
No, that was a fantastic shot there.
Just got to hold this for the 9, and I think he's home free. This is not easy, but he should get
Yeah,
that.
no, but the confidence level at the moment is very high here.
Yeah, Aden is just starting to look
Yeah.
like one-way traffic now, Michael.
Yeah, that's a great point there from Aden. Yo.
I mean, Michael, if you're Craig, what do you do here? Is there a quick fix strategy for Craig?
So the only way I would say that you can actually stand a chance here, right, is if you start breaking down Aden's confidence. It's not very easy because Aden he knows what he can and can't do. But I mean, what I found was when I'm down quite a bit, right, is that I tend to try and snooker my opponent the most, and just try and give him an awkward shot every shot, so that he doesn't feel comfortable on the table.
I think you're right. I think Craig's got to find a way to break Aden's rhythm now.
Yeah, because
And
Aden
He's queuing confidently.
yeah, he's on form at the moment and he's enjoying himself now.
I think Craig's got to find a way to slow him down, maybe put him in a bit of a trap, keep him safe, keep his queuing arm cold as much as he can. I think he's got to create some space.
Yeah,
Not easier said than done, of course.
Yeah, and he needs to get break and runs in a row now, just to show Aden, listen, if you make a mistake,
I'm there to capitalize.
And, it's interesting to watch Craig at this stage of the match. He's not rushing into the shots. He's thinking, he's taking a little bit more time, and he's being very decisive and careful as to
Very
the path that he
methodical.
takes.
Yeah.
Which I think is what he should be doing. I mean, you want to make sure at this stage.
Oh, nice shot there from Craig. Just in between the 8-4, just to get that position on that 3. And yeah, it's also a very nice straight roll. So, I mean, he can actually get to the center of the table. He can opt to go from the left-hand side of the cluster or the right-hand side.
That 5 is not in a great position.
Yeah, but
behind the 7.
I see a snooker on that 5 directly.
Yeah, I think...
Or is Craig going for a small angle?
He's got an angle, but not enough. Look, if he's got to force that off 3 rails, he's really got to drive that 4 into that center. And that's exactly what he's looking at. And I really am curious to see how well he cues this.
He must just miss that 8. If he touches that 8 in any way, he's going to just push off the line.
This is not easy. This is such a demanding shot. And I wonder if he's having second thoughts about it now. He's still looking at that angle.
Yeah, that is
play this with
the shot that he has to play.
Extreme left running side and power that 4 into that middle.
A lot of top spin as well. So top left, just to get the ball. So no, he opted against it.
I don't think he was feeling that. I think it was a little too straight for him.
Yeah, that was what a shot there. Just having the mental fortitude just to say nope, not my shot. I'm gonna take my chances and give Aden a horrible shot.
I think Craig is minding his P's and Q's now.
Yeah.
He wants to make sure that he's in a position. I think, is this going to come to Aden's... I thought the little point, catching the point might have put him behind the 5 and given him a bit of a freebie snooker there. But
my idea with this shot, right, is I think I would try and hunker that white ball behind that 8. But yeah, Craig opting for just the standard containing shot. Oh, but that 4 and that 9 is welded. But it's not on a potting angle, I believe.
I don't think so either. But I see we've got another international viewer from Germany. We welcome you to the stream and thank you for joining us.
That's a great result there for Aden.
I think it's a great position to be in right now.
Yeah, so now the question is, I mean, Craig has the option of obviously just rolling that ball, I think with a trace of left spin and using that 6 to keep the ball against the rail.
Yeah, I think...
But yeah, he unfortunately didn't get the angle that I think that he wanted. But the thing is, Aden can't really go for this because that 5 is in a horrible situation.
Yeah, he's playing the safety. Let's see what his white is like. Has he got it behind? Yes, he has.
Oh, he has. Wow. What a shot there. That's a great shot.
And, what I like about this, I enjoy watching when this happens, when players don't let the lead make them too overconfident. Aden's still keeping Craig honest, keeping him accountable, keeping the pressure on. And I think that is such a determining factor on being a winner.
Yeah, so now the question is, I think he's got an option of to jump this or to go for a 2-rail safety. So
not an easy jump, I don't think, Michael.
No, but so Craig knows how to jump. He's very confident in his jumping skills.
Oh.
And he even keeps it safe. Or does he?
Now, we all know the ghost and his appetite for risk. I mean, this is not a gimme,
no,
but...
So the 4 goes through, if he undercuts the ball, he hits that 9. So he's got some options here. Just going directly for that 4.
Just going for the 4 and running it back. I think he's got a good position. Watch the
white
center.
Drop? No, the white is perfect.
Okay.
Perfect in line. So you can just roll this ball forward to get position on the 6. So he's sitting pretty at the moment. I mean, this is now looking very much like Aden's frame.
I love that view of the spotted white so that the viewers can see exactly what spin is being played. It's actually why the ball was introduced into the game. It's great to see.
Yeah, it's a good learning tool as well. I mean, for players watching the game, they can actually see what the pros are putting onto the white ball to get the reaction that they are.
Absolutely. And this is looking like another Aden Joseph frame.
Yeah, that is 19 frames to 13 now for Aden. Aden just 2 frames away from clinching the first match.
And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be joined by my colleague, the other Michael Davids. And Michael, welcome back to the stream.
I've been intently following this match from its start, and just in pure observation, I think the great divider of this game, for me, has been that Aden has made less key mistakes at critical moments. Both players have played well. It just seems that Craig made a few more elementary mistakes during the course of the game and just gave Aden just a little bit too many chances, which has allowed him to gain confidence and open up the 6-rack lead.
I agree 100%. And I think the turning point came when he made those 2 unforced errors successively.
Yes,
and
it was the miss on the 8 to the corner pocket, and also the miss on the 9 as well.
Yeah, and
or overrunning on the 9, which caused the miss.
And I do think, I don't think there's a player out there who would never have that playing on their mind as they go forward. And I wonder how much that has had influence over him maybe letting this slip.
See, one of the keys you work on as a player in high pressure situations is effectively the ability to forgive yourself. And understanding that mistakes are possible. It's important to not dwell on those. I'm not sure if Craig has quite been able to recover from them.
Well, I tell you what, Michael, what's going to be interesting is to see if he can put that behind him, assuming, well, let's not take anything for granted. I'm not saying that Craig's going to lose the session, but assuming that he does, would he be able to put that behind him? Is he? Oh, I thought he was going to get lucky there. Is he going to be able to put that behind him and just get down to business in the second session? That's going to be the big determining factor here, I think.
Absolutely. He's just going to have to wipe this from his mind completely.
Clean slate.
Because in effect, he hasn't played badly.
No, not at all.
Not at all. His game is there. He's made a lot of good clearances. It's just the odd mistake here and there, and if he can cut those out, then he should be in good stead. And also the other thing with Craig is that, he is the reigning Commonwealth 10-ball champion. So there's something about the game of 10-ball itself that I feel he just feels belong to him, as it showed yesterday.
Yeah, I think Craig's got to find that extra gear and switch himself to that champion mode, because that, I think, is what he's going to need if he's going to pull something out of the hat here and pull this one back.
See, this is another example where he's done a lovely job so far. The rack is right there for the taking. Doesn't have to do too much with the cue ball.
As I was saying earlier, Craig's got to take these chances when they present themselves. And, that usually is what determines whether you claim frames or not, is you've got to take those chances when they're presented to you. Now, he's got a nice little angle here. The 9 isn't in the best position.
But if he can leave the white anywhere in the middle of the table,
he'll have a shot on the 8.
He'll guarantee himself a position on the 8. without having to do too much. He can just drop it in. He'll be automatically on the 9. Just don't want to catch this one too thin. That is the big caution here.
And he's going to want to watch his pace control and not run that.
But thin, because he can cannon into the 9 or slip past it into the center
See, he's
pocket.
playing it with a little bottom to kill that white.
Excellent.
Kept it off the cushion. I think he'll take that. Well. Craig Bouwer pulls one back. I see we have 307 viewers on our stream, and we thank you for joining us. Please do, as many of you are doing, leave a comment for us on the stream, and we'll try to reply to you. And if you are on the stream, please give us a like and a subscribe. Certainly helps keep the channel going. And who knows, for you Caesar fans out there, maybe the powers that be might get him down here for a challenge match.
Oh, as we've said, the Bowers that be.
The Bowers
that be, yes.
So,
and Mr. Waller 247, he's got his man picked for the 10-ball match. But that's good to see. It's lovely to see everyone involved in this game, picking their man.
You see, Craig's been breaking consistency, barring those ones where he unfortunately went in off. His breaks are decent, no real problem balls to speak of, but he's got to capitalize on these chances. He really does. There's two. Obviously, the one is out of commission now, and I wonder strategically what he's going to. He's got the option of a push out.
You have to protect this one because that table is in a very easy position for a clearance.
That's exactly what he's done.
You gather that whoever gets first pop at that one ball is going to clear up from there.
Now listen, this is not an easy cut, but this is also Aden Joseph, the man that will take risks.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if I saw him take this on.
Natural angle as well. It's going to go through the gap between the balls. He'll come around the table and be automatically on the 2.
Yeah.
Oh, he's caught the knuckle.
Caught the knuckle.
But
Is he going to get rescued? Well, no, this is not ideal. This is really not
He's got a
ideal.
shot at the 3, but the 3 is away from the pocket slightly, so it's not so straightforward to just knock the 2 onto the 3.
Yeah, he would have had the combination had the 3 been half an inch to the right.
Exactly.
This one's going to make him think. You see a little shake of the head there. He knows it.
But as we've said all throughout this match, Aden's safety play has been excellent.
I've actually said it. In fact, I've said it to our colleagues during the break. Very underrated safety game.
That was a bit of a mistake there. Cannoning the 8, he's left the 2 ball on.
I mean, is this a chance for Craig? Surely it must be. Surely it must be a chance for Craig.
His only issue here is that he wants to be low on the 3 in some capacity.
He's got to hold his nerve here now.
Because now that he's gone this side of the 3, he has to play it with either around the table with a lot of right-hand side to keep it down the right-hand side of the table for the 5 ball.
I don't particularly like where that 9 is situated to the 5, and I'm sure Craig doesn't either.
Yep, and that's exactly what he's doing. He's playing it thin with lots of right-hand side to keep it down the right-hand side of the table. Very well played.
Yeah, I mean, certainly, Craig's got he knows all the shots. So, certainly he knows what he's doing. And he's just got to find that extra gear now. I'll try and let you see a bit of a wider angle. Aden looking calm and relaxed.
He's on his phone.
He's on his phone.
He's not even concerned.
I wonder if he's thinking, well, I think I've got this in the bag. I can respond to my messages for a bit.
Craig's missed that one. And he missed it by a long way as well. I don't know if maybe the magic rack was playing in his eye line a little bit, but even for a miss, he missed that by the proverbial, as they say.
Aden may just clinch this one. Just the position from the 8 to the 9. But he's been queuing so well, and it's just slightly off the rail. I don't envisage he's going to have a problem potting this and bringing the white back. You can see he's playing with a little bit of top, running it off 2 rails. and I think he's okay. Not the easiest 9, but one you'd expect him to make. Yeah, predictably. 20 frames to 13.
That's Aden Joseph on the hill in this first match. And just looking at Craig's body language, he seems to almost have resigned himself to defeat here.
Yeah.
Nigh on impossible odds of turning this one around.
I mean, you don't often see them turn around from here, particularly with a player like Aden. Michael, how special would it be for Aden to end this off on a golden break? We spoke about the golden break earlier on, but wow, what a dream finish this would be.
I don't think either player has actually even come close so far.
I don't think so either. Now that 9 is firmly in the center of the table. But I'll tell you what, this is going to be interesting. He's left himself behind the 5, and you know, maybe Craig's looking at this as, I might get back to the table here.
See, one of the issues Craig might face is that even though he's likely going to taste defeat in this match,
there's the push out,
is that defeat is not a problem as long as you feel like your game is still intact and that you're carrying confidence into the next one. He's had a lot of unforced errors in this game. Hasn't played bad, but has had a lot of unforced errors. He's going to do very well to just wipe that from his mind. Because as I said, if you take a heavy defeat and your opponent's played well, but you've also played well, it doesn't affect you as much because you know that you can do it just the same the next time around.
Yeah, it doesn't sting as much, does it?
The amount of unforced errors here is just going to, I feel it's going to weigh on him.
Now, Craig's got to find a way to put that out of his mind now. It's never easy. But if he's going to do something in the second session, he's got to. There's a bit of an opportunity. The funny thing is, Michael, have you noticed, even when Aden misses, he's being favored, as we say, by the Q Sport gods, the 9-ball gods in this case. Some angel is sitting on his shoulder. He's getting away with these.
But sometimes when you are playing well, you do get the odd bit of rub here and there. It's just the way it goes. As they say, to he who hath, it is given.
Of course. Craig going for the snooker behind the 3.
I
think he's got some of it, but I think Aden's got a thin.
He's got
a thin cut on the.
He can see the entire 2-ball.
Yeah, I think he can. There we go.
4 is going to serve as a stopper.
White behind the 9 is what he's looking for. You can see, but again, never between 2 balls.
And that is see, when playing safety shots, just another important example of making sure you leave the object ball safe. Sometimes it's not even as important where you leave the cue ball.
Well, I suppose you've got to keep your eye on both of them.
For sure, but in that case, that too was always doubling towards the corner pocket. You have to watch your pace so carefully there.
Especially on these tables with these larger pockets. I think mistakes of that nature are kind of very unforgiving. Your opponent just gets back to the table like Aden's doing now, licking their chops and saying, well, thank you very much.
Yeah. And is this the beginning of the end here, okay?
It's only the 7 that may be a spot of bother. And cleverly, he's moved that white further down. I imagine he's going to play this with a little bottom. Maybe a bit of stun to cannon into it. Ah, interesting.
Playing for a thin cut.
Playing for the thin cut. Very interesting.
Just leaving himself a guaranteed shot.
Again, the confidence in his potting ability. We talked about it earlier.
This is going to be much thinner than he wanted, though.
Relying on his ability to pot himself out of trouble. He's got to watch the in-off here, I think. Got to watch that in-off. Oh, he's rattled that 8.
He's left the 8 in the pocket, but this is still a nasty shot and a difficult one to control, just to come back out into the center of the table for the 9. I don't expect him to have any issues here, but whenever a ball on any discipline sits in the pocket like that, it's just...
It presents problems for your cue ball control,
very
doesn't
difficult
it?
to control.
I want to see how Craig deals with this. I think, if anything, he's going to try and hit half ball and half that knuckle at the same time. Yes, he does. Just to get that white up the table. How's his finish? Where's he finishing?
He's finished nicely.
I think he's okay. Look, from that angle, this is not a gimme.
It's a little bit thinner, but
It's thinner than he would have liked. You would have liked it straighter, but you wouldn't expect him to
one you
miss this.
shouldn't miss.
Well. Craig breathes again. Aden not as home free as he thought.
I think now at this stage, you would imagine Craig is playing for respectability of scoreline.
I would imagine so as well. I mean, listen, we know Craig does have a never say die attitude. And, one would like to see him turn this around. But, yeah, I agree. He wants to get that scoreline as small as... I suppose it's goals, isn't it, Michael?
Yeah.
You want to get the scoreline smaller first, and then when you're close enough... Just had a bit of a technical issue there, ladies and gentlemen. Just excuse us.
And just to clarify, there was an error on the scoreboard. The score is 20 racks to 15 and not to 14.
And, now, 5 frames in 9 ball, Michael. Not a large margin with this quick format of this game. But I suppose when you're 5 frames down, you've also got the mental aspect to deal with, don't you?
Especially with an alternating break, because you can't guarantee that Aden doesn't break off
And run.
and run. Balls land perfect for him.
Absolutely.
There are formats in certain 9-ball events where it's specifically a winner break format.
I see that our stream has grown to 342 viewers, and we thank you for joining us. Please do leave a comment and let us know who you're pulling for, who's your favorite. It seems like the favorite doesn't come from this match. It seems like the favorite is actually Caesar. We certainly like to see all your comments. Please do interact and let us know. Now he's caught that a little wider than he would have liked. Craig now with ball in hand, and this is not an easy layout, but one that you would expect Craig to run through. But in this situation,
The issue here is just if he can find a nice gap to get on the 2-ball.
Yes, and then from the 3 to the 4 after that.
The 3 where it's placed, you wouldn't imagine there's any issues getting a nice angle on the 4. But this shot, even with ball in hand from 1 to 2, where the 2 is sitting, there's so many soldiers in the way. You just got to negotiate this first shot.
In this game as well, when you look at the angle from 3 to 4, it looks simple, but then you've also got to factor in totality, 1, 2, 2 to the 3, and then 3 to the 4, and then sometimes that changes a bit.
That is an excellent shot.
Great shot by
from
Craig. Nice cue ball control there. Just got to keep his head down here and just
Anywhere
plod along.
straight on the 3, he should be able to leave himself an angle.
I think he's got a little bit of an angle, which is useful. Craig's just got to be steady here. Just steady, 1 frame at a time. I think that's the only way he's going to do this. Take what he can, make the most of his chances.
Does he have enough angle there?
That 5 is really a tall order. He could screw into this with bottom left.
He's going to play it with follow through with a lot of right-hand side.
But he's got to watch that center pocket.
Center pocket again.
As you said that, Michael, and as I saw him cue it, I was going to say the bottom left is the better option to avoid the in-off. And
I didn't think he'd try and get so close on the 5,
I
though.
also
I thought
didn't-
he'd try and leave it more towards the middle of
I
the table.
also thought so.
Because you're guaranteed position on the 6. You don't... An Aden here with a
chance to steal this one.
routine chance.
If you're Craig now,
It's got to hurry, but it's good.
you've got to hope that Aden makes a mistake. But sometimes that's quite a hope. I must say, I do enjoy Aden playing these delicate shots, these delicate follow-throughs with side. Very nice to see him positioned that way. Bit of a follow-through here, but is it going to...
Coming straight down towards the 9. It's going to be an awkward one. I don't expect him to miss this.
Do you think he's going to reach for the rest on this? Yes, he is.
But I don't foresee any issues with this.
He
He might not even need the rest.
I think it might be just out of his reach.
For the match.
And that's it. So, a handshake to seal it. Aden Joseph, 21-15 is your victor. We're going to take a bit of a break, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to have a chat to the players and see if we can get set up for the next session. Please stay with us.
Yes, the following match is going to be a 10-ball format.